I think that's probably true. And I think guests come and they see that you care more.
Yeah.
It feels more eloquent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons, like, sometimes it's like I would like to get into like a nicer studio space. Like, our studio is great.
Very good.
But it's like, but then also you don't want to go too corporate of a studio where it feels like, where it doesn't feel like rogue, you know? Like,
yeah. And you also don't want to do it out of your house, which I've been doing for the past fucking 8 years. And so people are like, do you live here? And you're like, oh, okay. Is that your daughter? Can I meet her? And you're like, Georgia, grab a towel.
Yeah. She's doing audio for us right now, but as soon as this shit's
Like, I want
over-
to get bigger guests. You know who I want to get? I'm being dead serious. We talked about this a little bit. And I think you're the only person who'll get this.
Let me guess who it is.
If you guess it, I'll spend the rest of the show with my flip-flop in my mouth.
Oh, dude, that's going to mess up the chat. But I'll try. Let me see. It's can I ask for a clue or not?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a black
person? No.
Let me
But
think.
there are a couple that I'd like to get on. I'd like to get on. I like Killer Mike on. I like Killer Mike. I'd like Snoop on. I'd like Big Boy from Outkast. I'd like T.I. I should give a shout out to T.I. about his car.
Keep saying stuff. You're just eliminating guess I was going to guess.
Black.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So you're going with the white dude?
Oh, I'm going with a white dude. I think he's white. I don't even know his name, to be honest with you.
It's hot in here, guys. Can y'all cut the AC on?
I drank a lot yesterday, and I woke up in the middle of the night in a fucking sizzle. I mean, I was so hot, and all of a sudden, my body went and fucking poured sweat.
Oh.
Back to sleep.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Like almost like when a truck stops and it's like,
It woke me up. I was so hot. My fucking wife, Leanne, was like, "You gotta keep. Hey, boy." This is how Leanne talks. I'm doing this impression of Leanne, and she fucking hates it. And I got off stage in Atlantic City this weekend, and Dave Williamson's like, "I think you're doing Theo." As Leanne? He's like, "Yeah, Leanne never says gang gang when she sucks your dick." Gang gang, son. Hey, boy, I don't even know about Diet Coke. So I drop it on the bottom boat. Let me ain't drinking by Diet Coke. I ain't drinking Diet Coke. That's all I need to know about Diet Coke right now. Shit.
what? Oh my God, dude.
There's a lot of black people I'd like to have on my podcast.
Oh, you got to get some. You got to.
I don't have enough black people on my podcast.
None of us. Nobody does.
Nobody does. Donnell's the only.
I know.
Donnell's money too.
Oh, dude, Donnell's
money.
But every time you think, you're like, man, I got to diversify a little. You're like, hey, Donnell. Everybody in podcasting is like that, dude. Donnell.
Cat Williams would be good.
Oh.
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. I don't count them as like in like the group because they're just comics. I want to reach out.
Yeah.
You know who I'd like? Cornell West.
Cornell West. Let's bring him up. And he's a singer?
No. Nope.
He's not.
He's not.
Oh, there he is, huh?
Dr. Cornell West.
Oh, damn, huh?
He's badass, dude.
Ooh,
badass.
Yeah. Is he really like a real prolific thinker and stuff?
Yeah. He's
Wow.
the reason. I'm going to say this. There's no proof to what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason Chris Rock's special was so good. Bring the pain. Chris Rock started hanging around dudes like this on Sunday. They do like a Sunday supper where they talk about politics and talk about the world and talk about things. And he just hang out. By the way, I'm not certain what I'm saying is accurate at all. I might have just dreamt this.
Yeah.
And so I had a dream about David Spade last night.
You did?
Yeah, and I should call him and let him know I was thinking about him. But so he
Yeah, what happened? I want to know about this guy. Looks really interesting.
he's really interesting. He's like just a thinker. I think he works at Harvard, and he just is. He's always on Bill Maher, and I just love him on Bill Maher. He's always got a good take. You know, some people are aligned just straight politics, and that bores me. I like a person that'll float and go like, "Well, those kids were wrong."
Yeah. I like somebody that's got some nuance to their own ideas.
Yeah, I don't.
To their views.
I don't have any of that.
You don't?
No, I have pretty basic views.
Well, do you?
And I flip flop a lot. Like I flip flop a lot. I'm gonna try this little.
But that's okay, man. I don't think that's bad. Or
Is there
anything.
alcohol in this?
No.
Okay. Okay. People I want on my podcast.
Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
So if it's I'm gonna say Bill Clinton.
It's not. Although he would be good.
He would be good.
But he would be good if, like off camera. You know when he's
Yes.
he's like, well, that was really good, Bert. Are these things still rolling? And I go, no. And he goes, Man, I fuck a lot of bitches when I was president. My favorite thing to do, come in them. Just come in them and go, yeah, take that.
Oh, yeah.
That's presidential seed, baby. And spit in their mouths and just throw a towel at them and go, clean yourself up, whore.
Yeah. Hey, get back on the bench, babe. Go Razorback.
Hey, what did you like? What was it like starting for the first time? Go Razorbacks! Go Razorbacks! Uh-huh.
Dude, when you think about the fact that he's out of the University of Arkansas, him and Hillary straight up met at the University of Arkansas, dude.
Yeah. Was she ever, could pull up young pictures of Hillary. Was she ever like really hot?
You could see that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You could see it or like.
Let's take some looks at her.
Because you got to be like Jackie Onassis hot, Jackie Kennedy hot. I mean, you got to look at.
Wow.
I mean,
Bill was not planning on doing well.
I think Bill was looking for someone to help him with his homework.
Look at that, dude.
He looks like a starting center for the Nets in 1972. Hi, boy. Hi, it's Bill Clinton. That's a good impression, right?
That's pretty good.
Hi. You ever think Bill Clinton said the N-word?
Let me think about it. Hold on. I bet it's been a while.
Oh, you better think it's been a while?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You think he says it recently?
I think he's one of those guys that just still drops it every now and then. Just to Hillary.
Oh, yeah. Just the best, yeah.
Who's calling you? He's like, it's Obama. Hi, old boy. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I lost it. I had the accent for a second.
Let me think.
Hey, it's Bill Clinton.
That sounds like you're getting a little Fozzie Bear there.
Yeah, I get really Fozzie.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
great
not
at
Fozzie.
That's not
That's
Fozzie. Okay. Jim, I used to think Jimmy Kimmel looked like Fozzie the Bear.
Let me think.
Like early Jimmy Kimmel when he was like a little more overweight.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Bring up Fozzie. Can we get a look at an idea what Fozzie looks like?
Fozzie's the fun one.
Hey, guys.
No, hold on.
Hey.
Oh, that's Fozzie. Who am I thinking of?
Hey, boy. No, that's
not
too old.
Driving along, it takes the fun out of my way. I think that a highway, delicious. What is? Am I singing that right?
I think it's.
We picked up a weirdo.
Life is a highway.
I'm gonna ride it all night long. Have you ever done anything as good as that? Think about that, right? Artistically. Do you think you've put out one thing that it equals that song? I think of that all the fucking time. When you think of one-hit wonders, like Rat, right? Round and round. Your love will gone away, just give it time, time.
And round.
Yeah, do you think you've done anything as good as that once? Like put out one piece of work where you go, that was, I take it, you have.
I think there's some beats that I've put out there that are pretty good.
I think My Cousin Got Bit by a Gay is as good as Round and Round. That made me laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah, it's a true story, man. It's sad, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like that's what the city's gone into, man. It's fucking Obama's aquarium out here. I mean, it's fucking Biden's aquarium out here,
Biden's
dude.
aquarium.
Out on the streets here, bro. It's insane. Everybody's biting.
I just heard about this Hunter Biden guy.
Yeah.
He does crack?
He used to do it, they said. I don't know if he's better.
So it's not recent.
No.
Oh, well, then whatever.
I don't think.
Everyone can grow.
He's in recovery.
No, then yeah, whatever. I thought he was doing it like today.
He was on Maron's podcast. I didn't hear it though.
He was on Maron's podcast?
Wasn't he on Maron's podcast, I think, Zach?
I think you're thinking of he was on Getting Dug with High.
Oh, he was?
Dude,
I'm just gullible today, man. I feel like we haven't even started this conversation.
Oh, we started the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He was on Mark Maron?
Wow.
And Mark Maron, Mark Maron, he'll hold you to the fire. Did he say, so tell me about the crack in the bathtub and the
I got to
laptop.
listen to it.
Did he?
Maron's he's got like a beef, I guess, or something with Rogan and Schaub, huh?
Rashab?
Or like some of his material and stuff has been about...
I know he has a beef with Rogan.
Been about it.
I had to edit a few things out on podcasts.
You did?
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be the fucking the fire starter between this thing.
Yeah.
You know, fucking say that out loud. I was like,
we can edit this out. It was just he's been.
Nope.
It's been.
Don't. I live a life where I try not to. There's shit I've said on podcasts that I completely regret.
Yeah.
But it's out there. So if I start editing now, then I look like I've gotten so much better. I got to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to be kind of ignorant. Keep going.
What do you? I'm gonna think about what that guest is.
I'll give you a huge hint, and I don't
Pink.
think.
Is it that singer Pink?
No, I would love to have Pink. I would love to have Pink. Ooh, I would love to have Pink and not tell my wife and daughters.
And surprise them.
And have them walk in, and they would fucking lose their shit. I'll tell you what. I'll even go this far. Pink can bring her boyfriend, and I'll get a tattoo right there.
Ooh.
Yeah, because her boyfriend does tattoo work.
Oh, he does.
Heart Foundation or something. Heart.
I like Kat Von D, boy.
I like Kat Von D too. She's in recovery. I think her tattoos are much better now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I heard there was a period of time where they were a little sloppy. She was like, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have a cocktail, and she was like, I added to it. She was hot. She still is hot as shit.
Oh yeah, she looks good, man. Bring her picture up. Bring up a picture of her. There we go.
She is really sexy.
Yep. Yeah, she looks nice, dude. Was there before you loved your wife? Was there a first love for you? Did you ever have
Yeah.
Wow.
Jennifer Stevens, 8th grade.
Oh,
8th grade, she really dialed in what I liked in women. She had great feet. She still has great feet, I'm sure.
great feet.
Yeah. She used to sit in Mr. Yarnell's class with her foot like this, and she'd just dangle her shoe.
Oh,
She'd dangle her shoe. And 7th grade, 8th grade, was the first time I realized I was straight. Where I was like whatever a gay kid goes through. I think that's why I'm empathetic towards like anyone who's struggling with their sexuality. I don't think maybe I haven't always been like this, but I think definitely when I realized that at that moment I was out of control. I wanted tan, blonde women for the rest of my life with great feet. Great feet had to be a thing. I was out of control. I couldn't control my thoughts. I never listened to Mr. Yarnell's class. All I really learned is about barnstorming. It seemed to be the only thing more interesting than Jennifer Stevens' feet. And
you would dangle that sandal.
Ooh.
God.
And I remember being like, "Oh, I'm bit by the bug."
Oh.
And so if you feel that way about boys, and you're a boy, like at the same age, 8th grade, and you're like, "God damn it, man."
But it must be crazy at that age because all boys are suddenly being like, I've been jerking off all night. And you're just sitting there as a gay boy. You're like,
that would all be so hard. Especially like we used to do a lot of gay shit growing up. Like if you got in the shower and you were like a little white, we'd start slapping you. And then we just put handprints all over you.
Oh, damn,
Imagine being an albino gay kid trying to figure yourself out, and you get in there and everyone's like slapping you. You're like, oh. Hey, have you opened those cigars?
You're like, I'm bad.
Those cigars are really great cigars.
They are?
Yeah, they're tatuates. They're
I
really
didn't even know
cigars.
those in cigars.
But this is an interesting point. Because like, when did you find out you were straight?
Let me think.
Like, meaning it was in you. You went, whew, what the fuck was that? Like, not just going like, watching Wonder Woman and being like, she looks pretty or whatever, but like, you're like, I'm in love with this girl. I want this girl in my life, and I got her. I got Jennifer Stevens. I dated her for like probably 6 months.
Wow.
She broke up with me to date Thompson Rankins.
Oh.
And that's the whitest name you'll ever
He was
fucking
the
hear.
worst.
He was the coolest dude.
Yeah, he was good.
He was the first guy that taught me that it was okay to shower with
other dudes?
Yeah. Him and Truett Gardner.
Okay, that's enough dudes in the shower. Okay. Even in the story, I feel like we don't need... You're just like,
he told me
Ron was there, Alan.
They told me I needed to name my dick.
Really?
Yeah, they told me I was really uncomfortable. I was in like probably 8th grade. They were in 9th grade, and we were playing football, JV football, and we all had to get in the shower afterwards, and I was really uncomfortable. And by the way, I'm sorry. They're two grown men in their 50s with children and just sharing the story.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, man, if you're uncomfortable, this is so fucking bizarre. They're like, if you're uncomfortable, there's a process.
Yeah.
Shower in your boxers. I said, for real? And they go, we don't care. If you're not comfortable with your body, shower in your boxers. I was like, I can shower in my boxers? They go, hey, it's just us. We don't give a shit. So I showered in my boxers, and then the next day after football practice, I came into my boxers, and they were like, one day you're going to have to, just let you know, like, there's going to be other guys in here. It's going to be weird you're in your boxers. It's okay with us, but, like, one of the things you can do to help you feel a little more confident, name your dick. I said, for real? I said, yeah. I named my dick John Henry that day.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I named my dick John Henry. And I got very comfortable showering. And then I went to an all-boys Catholic high school, and I got uncomfortable again.
Really?
Oh, they had hogs. They had, like, legit hogs.
Really?
Dude, and they had hair. Because I was showering in JV football, so the oldest kid was 9th grade, right? I go into 9th grade, and now I'm showering with, like, seniors. And they were men. They were grown men with cocks.
Yeah.
And I had a penis. Like, I saw the penis. They had cocks.
Wow.
And I remember
Must have broken your heart.
Panic. It was more panic.
Yeah, panic.
It was like panic. Like I was the same size as Thompson and Drew. We were all like roughly just boys, you know.
Yeah.
And then you go in and you see like hairy cocks, and this is. Do you remember this? The showers that just had the one sprout, like the one mushroom with all the spigots on it, and so everyone was showering around a one pole. And so it was like 8 dudes around one pole showering. Yeah. So everyone's looking at each other's dicks. Almost like an octopus.
That's insane they did that. And the only thing to block you from seeing the person's dick was that pole.
That one pole. But then you're looking at dicks all over here. Oh. And then dudes would piss on you. And you're like, oh, fuck. I think I'm getting sexually assaulted. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember that very distinctly.
Dude, I was so scared to go anywhere where they had... where everybody had to be like naked and stuff, you know? I was like, I think it was very unnerving. Look at it.
That's it. Yeah. Were you really?
Yeah, I think so, man. It was also like really, I remember like, what are we talking about? The first penis we ever saw? No.
First penis I ever saw where I went, okay, that's bigger than mine.
Wow.
Was Jeff Hartley.
Wow.
And I remember. And
Did you tell him?
No, but
he knew.
He knew.
Oh,
he knows to this day. And by the way, he's the only one watching this going, that's right. he's gonna clip this out and send it around to our friends. He'll be like, hey.
But dude, we had I remember I've told this story before, but we had somebody got a hot tub in our town, right?
Yeah.
And no one even could imagine it, right?
Yeah.
So we go over there at somebody's birthday party. This fella, little William. And it was his birthday, and some guy who got invited there was older than us. So we're all in the hot tub just being children. I mean, we were young, you know, probably 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And this other fella, CJ was his name anyway, he's under the water, and he'd been pleasuring himself, and we didn't know. Mm-hmm. So he stands up and just starts, like, spewing out into the thing.
Oh, that's so unfair.
And bro, we'd never seen it. We didn't know what was happening, right?
Yeah.
And little William thought something was like he was leaking out of his body. He was just gonna keep.
He applied first aid. He was like, "I said a tourniquet. Yes. Someone call 911."
100%. Bro, he put two hands on. I mean, this kid was big, dude. Yeah. This kid had probably won a title belt doing something, and he put two hands on it, and then the big guy punched him in the neck, bro. Ooh. And I always felt so bad for that kid. Like, just how do you, all those first moments at once, you see the ejaculate, and then you try to help, and then you get fucking punched.
And now it's in the water, so it's coming up on your. Do you remember when you jerk off in the tub, and then you didn't realize that the cum would just get on your chest hairs, and it would like press it this way, so it looked like you'd put gel on your stomach? Oh, yeah. Do you remember the first time, like when you first started jerking off? What was your move? Because like mine was to like rub it like this.
Oh, against your stomach?
Yeah, like put it on my stomach and then rub it like this, and then
almost like a clitoris.
Kinda, yeah, kinda, like exactly.
Wow.
And then I realized, like, I remember watching movies and they were like, hey, and then one day I kind of put pen to paper.
Like getting all Italian
like
with
they
it?
go, you know, he's in there jerking off. And I was like, yeah, I guess this is the move for jerking off. But I didn't know. And then one day I did it and I went, oh, that makes sense. That's why they're doing this, because they do it to their dicks. And it's so much more efficient. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's how I'm going to do it from now on.
Then suddenly you're just walking around town and playing songs.
Guys, I'm alive. I used to think jerking off was gay.
Wow,
and I kind of came to terms with being gay because I was like, I can't quit.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I'm gay. I guess if this is gay, I'm gay as fuck. I'm fucking the gayest dude in town because I'm jerking off at least once a day.
Oh, damn, bro. That's insane, man.
Yeah. Dude, that's when there were rumors about gays.
Oh,
so you didn't know. So you were like, I guess I'm getting AIDS.
Yeah.
Like, because AIDS was on 2020, and they didn't tell you how you got AIDS. They told you. They just told you gay guys were getting it.
Ooh.
And I'm jerking off like fucking 3 times a day going, fuck, I'm getting AIDS. I remember going down to my dad and going, do you think this is AIDS?
Wow.
And he was like, huh? And I was this close to going, I'm jerking off a lot, okay? I'm gay. Just on 2020, they said that we're getting AIDS. And so do you think I have AIDS? I remember thinking, because they were saying it was carcinoma in your skin. It was like skin cancer.
Oh, yeah, smokers,
yeah.
smokers' freckles, they used to call them.
Yeah, and so my dad's like, you don't have AIDS. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm 100% certain you don't have AIDS.
Wow.
He's like, is there something I need to know about you? And I was like, never mind.
Wow.
I almost told him I jerked off twice.
Oh.
The first time it ever happened, I was, I'll save the names for where I was, but I was in a pool, and there was a hose with a gun on it, and I don't know, I just shot my dick, and then all of a sudden it was just...
You shot the hose at your wiener?
At my dick.
Underwater.
Yeah,
it feels, that's a good thing.
By the way, I did that when I was like 45, randomly. I was in a pool, and I was like, and I had a hose, and I just randomly just sprayed my balls, see if it felt good. 45. Dude, holds up.
Still cool.
Still fucking cool.
I
was this close to jerking off in my pool.
Oh, in your own pool?
My own pool. I was like, oh, come on, man. I can't do that to my family. My fucking wife comes out of the pool. Her hair's over to the side like something about Mary. I'm like, sorry. No, but I remember jerking off in that pool, or not jerking off, but masturbating with the hose in the pool.
Yeah.
I went to go pick up someone at the airport, and I had my first orgasm. I'd had wet dreams as a kid. I didn't know what they were, but I'd had wet dreams, and I knew they were like the best dreams. I was always riding horses in those dreams. And so I almost said to my dad, I had the craziest thing happen to me today, dude.
So what you're saying, though, I'm sorry, I'm stuck on that horse thing.
Please.
And you just what?
I would be riding horses, and then I'd have a wet dream. I'd have an orgasm, like first grade through third grade.
Okay.
I'd have wet dreams, and it was always me riding horses. And then, Theo, I rode a horse at full sprint.
Was there anything in your butt, you feel like, or it was just... Okay.
It was like a vibration, like a... And then I'd be riding a horse, and then I'd just have a wet dream. Not wet dream, it was a nocturnal emission, but it wasn't
like that?
Like it was just an orgasm while you sleep.
But what is it like? Is it like... tell me, like...
Well... It's funny because it was just me on a horse, just riding a horse.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I'd be riding the horse, and I would my dick would be hard. I was a kid, and I'd just be like, well, and then boom, it would hit, and I would wake up.
Oh,
and be
yeah.
like, that was fucking, I need to get a horse.
Yeah.
I need to get a horse ASAP.
Rich people
Yeah,
are just...
Black Stallion came out where the kid was riding on the beach. I was like, luckiest kid in the fucking world.
That kid just skeeting all over.
Blowing loads all over a horse.
Yeah, dude. You know, losing your hair, it's alarming to a man. Because you've had your hair your whole life. And people don't turn it in. There's not a lost and found for your hair where you can go over there and rummage through the strands and through the dirty barrettes and get your hairs back. They just drift into the ether. Well, you need to take care of your hair, and there are only 2 FDA-approved medications that can prevent hair loss, and Keeps offers both of them. Keeps has a network of expert medical advisors, prescribers, and care specialists to support you in making your hair goals a reality. No more dreaming about hair. No more fantasizing about sideburn. Remember, prevention is key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so act fast. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/Theo to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/THEO to get your first month free. Keeps.com/Theo. You know, sometimes people are smacking their gum, and you say, hey, Eddie. Hey, Belinda, quit smacking your gum. Well, sometimes people might be smacking on a blue chew, and at that way, they're smacking their way up to a strong meat, up to decent body, up to, prominent wiener. That's what they do. Blue Chew. If you don't like swallowing pills, no problems here. Blue Chew's licensed medical providers will work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. They're chewable. They are the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. It's an online prescription service. No visits to the doctor. No awkward conversations. Yep, that's true. And here's a special deal for you to get that good meat. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Theo at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com. Promo code THEO to receive your first month free. Take care of your body. Get that wiener stout, baby.
And then I rode a horse as an adult. I rode a horse for Travel Channel at full sprint.
I wonder if I remember this or not.
We were in Texas. We were running Buffalo through Texas, and they brought me out, and they got me, and I got real comfortable on a horse. Mm-hmm. And then the guy John, I forget his last name. John was he ran.
And he was homosexual?
Farm. No, he was not. He was a fucking stud. He was a stud. I mean, not saying that you can't be a stud and gay, but like you can be a stud and gay.
Now there's like really, I think, gangster fucking gay dudes. You know?
I mean, nowadays you can't, like, I think kids are growing up with such fluidity that I don't think they see gay the way we saw it when we were kids. They just are like, no, you fall in love with the person. This guy John said, "Why don't you take her and let her loose?" And I'd never really ridden a horse at full sprint.
Fuck.
It is, dare I say, better than average sex. It's way better than average sex. Like, great sex is hard to beat, but just, run of the mill sex, like sober morning pound one out sex. There's a moment when you're riding a horse. So there's like 3 speeds.
Okay.
There's a walk, there's a gallop, and then there's a canter, and then there's a run. Gallop's a little painful. It's just like ba-pum, ba-pum, ba-pum.
I've done that.
It really sucks. And then a canter is like da-da-dun-da, da-da-dun-da, da-da-dun-da. And then when you get that horse going, there's a moment where you and the horse become one. You become one. The horse... the energy of the horse takes over your energy and dictates what you do. And there's a moment where your body and that horse's neck are going at the same. That's me on that horse. That's my horse. And you're going at the same rate, and you're fucking flying. It is the purest joy I've ever had. Where I wasn't. It's like a roller coaster, but even more dangerous, because you're like, and you're just smiling ear to ear. And my hat flew off, my hair's in the wind. I'm like, yeah. I didn't realize I was super about to get hurt. John's like, slow the fuck down.
Really?
Yeah, because I was out of control. I was completely, the horse was in control. I wasn't in control.
And did a horse's know to stop or keep going?
So you got to stop with your legs, your ass. You got to put your ass into the back of the horse so he knows, hey, we're done. Because if he feels you up in the stirrups, he's like, yeah, bitch, let's open this shit up. Wow. This is what I was meant to do. Wow. This is my natural speed. The way I drink at airports is the way horses run. Yeah. That's when you see me at full clip at an airport and they're like, another one? I go, yeah. I'm in gallop mode, baby. That is way a horse fucking, wah. Like, I mean, just fucking show a horse running at full speed. It's so beautiful. And you'll see what I'm talking about. The neck does this. And you get into this symbiotic moment with your horse where you become one. It's the coolest thing to have an animal with half a ton between your legs and just be this. That's a car. Oh no, they're doing a horse. Okay.
Does it give you any
See, okay, so that's a canter.
Okay.
And then do you see the way the neck kind of just look at the neck? And then you're going up, the neck's going down, and then you guys meet back up again at the same place. It's almost like it really is the best rhythmic.
No feet on the ground.
No feet on the ground. You're just flying.
Oh, my God.
This is what a horse was meant to do. Anything against this is against that animal. A horse is meant to run at full speed. That's why marriage just doesn't make sense to me at times.
Yeah.
It's not for me, because I'm out to pasture. I'm an old horse.
You think so?
I like to run, but like my running's internally. like last night, sex with my wife was fucking insane.
Did it?
Dude, my wife and I got into that moment.
No
into
way.
that fucking.
Were you on the back or the bottom or what?
I was on the bottom.
Wow.
But she was like, Leanne was playful, fun. She was drunk, playful, fun, crazy, fucking. And there was a moment where you're both moving at the right times.
Yes.
But like for some guys,
I've had some of that before.
Some guys are meant to sprint. Some guys are meant to sprint. My buddy Croy, he was meant to sprint. He was meant to be out there. That's the way his brain works.
He just can't stop doing sex out there with strangers.
Well, yeah, I mean,
women that he dates.
Women that he dates. I mean, he's dead now. So, but but it's because he was a fucking horse. Everyone wanted him to be a fucking pony, and he was a fucking. So, I mean, I don't know. Look, I love the guy. I miss him a ton. But some guys are fucking sprinters. Don't try to fucking. I used to have a bit about it about how women catch horses. Maybe it's misogynistic now, but they catch you and then they, because you just like running on top of mountains, just going, lightning striking, and then these settlers just staring up at the mountain, going, "I'm gonna get me that horse."
Yeah.
And then they come up with a bag of carrots. Carrots are blowjobs, and they're like, you probably heard this joke before, and they're like, "Hey, come here," and you're like, "I like blowjobs." And then when they pet you, the really interesting thing about horses. So horses, like, this is kind of crazy. This blew me away. But horses are out in pasture. Like every morning I had to go get my horse, and my horse would be in a fucking field. And so you have to go get your horse.
And you whistle, or you just go over there.
Hey boy,
and they like it.
And you bring like a carrot or an apple, and he'd like, they don't know they're getting caught, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to be caught, and he just comes over, and the way you catch a horse is you throw a rope over his neck. Just throw a rope over his neck. Boom, he's yours. And my wife did that to me. Just threw a rope over my neck. I didn't even know I was caught. Next thing I got 2 kids, fucking 5 mortgages. I'm caught, man. I can't run anywhere.
That's true, huh?
Yeah,
you're done.
I'm done. I'm cool with it.
Was there a point where you ever thought like, hey, if I'm gonna get back out there, I got to get back out there now?
Mm-hmm. I remember that moment. We were on the beach. Wow. We were on the beach, and she said, "Hey," she had dumped me. And I knew very acutely that I needed her in my life. And so I won her back. I made like a mixtape. I made a mixtape. I wrote a letter. I cried in my shower. I cried in my car. I cried everywhere.
Yeah.
Went on a run up Runyon. I was coming down Outpost by Ben Affleck's old house. And the sun was setting. It had just rained. And I said to God, this is what we were talking about earlier, and this is a hint on who I want on my podcast. I said to God, if you give me this woman, I won't fuck it up. I won't cheat on her. I won't misbehave. I'll follow whatever. I'll be a good man. I'll learn. I'll go to therapy. I'll do all the shit you need me to do to be like the guy she wants. And I got back to my house, and she was sitting on my bed in a sundress.
No.
I swear to God. And I went, ooh, you're fucking listening. I was like, careful what you wish for, right? I was like, because then you're like, so we talked.
Right.
We go to dinner out at like someplace in Malibu. I have a panic attack at dinner. I was just telling my daughter this the other day. And then we went to the beach. We went out to Zuma at night.
Yeah.
Went out to Zuma, sat there. And she said, I'll take you back, but I need to know that this is going to be real. Like that we could, like this is going to lead to something. And I remember that moment. It's like it's the natural horse instinct where you go,
yeah.
Like, wait, should I run? Should I run or just stay here with the carrots and the petting? And I was like, and I thought to myself, if I walk away, there'll be another chick. Is the hopes of that better than this? And I thought about it, and I was like, nope, this is the best thing I can get in my head. That sounds cheap, but this is the best thing that's ever come in my way. Like, just a good person.
Right.
Like,
I don't want to miss this.
Yeah, she was like, she's all the things you could ever say about, I'd ever say about my wife. The one thing I know about my wife is she's a good person. She cares about me. She cares about, like, she's selfless, like real selfless. Like, I'm pretty self-centered. I said to the girls the other day, I said, I bust my ass on the road for you guys. And Leanne goes, no, you don't. She's like, no, you don't.
I don't think Bert has anything to do with anybody else.
She goes, it's you. She goes, because I was supposed to not work in December, and then I got offered Alaska, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do Alaska. She's like, you're doing that for you. You're not like, we need Christmas presents. You're doing it because it's an arena in Alaska, and you want to go snowboarding for a week. And I was like, oh yeah, I do this all for me. She's like, it's all about you. You're not doing Red Rocks for us. You're doing it for you. You do pot, like I'm fucking, she's taking the dog to the vet. She's like, you want to go? I was like, I got to go to work. But I want to be here with you because you make me laugh. So like, I'm like, it's all about me. She does nothing for her. She does everything for us.
Wow.
And
so
I
you need that teammate. She's your partner in crime.
She's my lab partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's my Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad example.
But she's hotter than Hillary, though.
Yeah, way hotter.
It's
a good hint.
Yeah, what else is going on? I haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. I've just seen you on social media, and you've been so busy, man. It's crazy. I was going to name my tour the Relapse Tour.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit for that.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I've never been in recovery.
Oh.
And so some people are pretty sensitive about that.
Oh, yeah. I can see that maybe.
And so,
I was so jealous.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just was, because I started the Birdie Boy tour, and then it got canceled because of COVID. And then I did the drive-in movie theaters, and I loved that one. Hot Summer Nights was I love that title of that branding. I love the everything, the bus, what it looked like. It was so fun. It was so kind of like 1980s, bright colors. And then when they were like, hey, you got to rename your new tour, but you got to let them know that their tickets are still valid for the old tour. And, you know, some people were like, one for the road or back, you know, whatever. And I just thought, oh, Relapse would be great, not thinking that that recovery is a pretty serious thing. And there were some people that were upset. They're like, hey, man, it's no fucking joke. And I was like, they're all jokes to me. You should hear what I really joke about. I was being serious on that one. Wow. No, I've never done the whole recovery thing. And
yeah, did you ever think about it? Because you go, you go pretty hard. You know.
Yeah, I think about it all the time. Yeah, I mean, the problem I have is that what happens is when I feel like I'm going too hard, there's this internal kind of metronome in me that goes, it's time to slow down. It's time to, let's do a couple nights off. Let's, you know, and not the way like a regular person would go like, we'll just drink on weekends, you know, and I'll be like, I won't drink Monday, Tuesday, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or like, this is going to be the most horrific statement you'll ever hear me say on a podcast. Trust me. But like, or you'll go, let's not drink on private jets. You know, like that's like, if you're buying a private jet to get yourself to work, maybe you should use that as that really expensive plane ticket as a time to recovery and work hard and read a script and not just party your fucking dick off like I have the whole time I've ever gotten private jet. I get on a private jet and I'd be like, if I'm paying $13,000, $30,000, whatever I'm paying for a flight, I'm partying my fucking dick off.
Yeah.
We're eating edibles.
Yeah.
We're fucking
We're eating
Xanax.
ass,
It's like,
brother.
yeah, I'm gonna fucking get fucking wasted.
Oh, dude.
And then I started going, no, I should probably not do that. I should probably use this as a time to work on my business because it's a business expense technically. So yeah, but I always think about it. I think about, there's a hint to who my podcast guest would be. I think about, I was just at the Vatican, and I think about, I had this epiphany. Everyone has their God, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Rogan's God, I'm not speaking on behalf of Joe, but like from my perspective, from the outside perspective, his God is anti-aging, right? Like so everyone's worried about death. So what are you going to do about death to make you feel better when you wake up in the morning? Well, for Rogan, it's taking care of himself. It's working out hard, staying sharp, reading, listening to audiobooks. And so it's all the anti-aging shit he does, polar plunge, sauna, stem cells,
Walking.
hyperbaric chambers.
Yeah, thinking.
Yeah, walking and thinking are in there. And so that's his God.
Yeah.
Right? Segura's God is money and nice things and blood doping, whatever Segura's into. I don't really know. Ari's God is drugs, is mushrooms and psychedelics and Molly.
The shadows.
And dark
traveling.
Yeah. So like everyone's got their God.
Mystery.
And then some people, we know that growing up, their God is really God. They believe in God.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that gets them through their day is they take a minute and pray. And then I was like, well, and so like all our friends that don't believe in the real God, don't believe in God, but do their own God. I go, what if I just added a little bit of real God to me? Like, what if I tried to find, what if I legit was like open to faith?
Mm-hmm.
Like open to like maybe something, because I was at the Vatican and I have all the like the crosses and the medals for the saints. I believe
the merch.
Yeah, I genuinely love your brain. I love your brain. You make me giggle so fucking hard.
Oh, thanks, man. You
Dude,
made me laugh too. I've been laughing so much
time.
this morning.
For the longest
and I'm
time.
trying to stay off vaping, so.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Really?
Jesus, brother. You know how many people, women are vaping, men,
Yeah.
children? I mean, whole families are laying in their bed at night fucking
Clouds of smoke.
Yeah. Leaving chimneys. People think it's like that it's just a warm home inside.
Or
and
it
it's
looks,
just,
or they think that someone opened a mummy's casket and the curse got passed on everyone. Yeah, I never vaped.
Oh, it's
vape marijuana, but
get
don't
out of
count
there. Okay, so what else happened?
So I'm in the Vatican, and I'm like,
It's beautiful.
it's really beautiful. It's
We snuck a little thing of salamis in there too when we went.
for real.
Yeah, and just nibbling on it.
Yeah,
and
because there's
those
no food,
summer sticks. Bring up that summer sausage.
dude. Summer sausage is good. It's kind of a deceptive name too.
Yes.
Summer sausage. Rogan gave me some summer sausage.
Oh, it's so good, man. Bring up a stick of that. God, it's good. And
They
you
did
know
that with elk. He gave me a summer sausage with elk,
fuck.
and I didn't know what it was. I tried to cook it, and I was like, I don't think this needs to be cooked.
Damn, I feel like if you bite into that, a warp zone will open up in your local butcher shop, dude. That shit sounds insane, huh? But look, yeah, we would nibble on that while we were walking through there. We got a couple of these.
I couldn't even have a water.
You couldn't?
I don't think so.
Because I think they don't want people watering down the art or watering down
That's
the
it.
statues.
Yeah,
and
because we
stuff.
did the whole tour. Like we did Sistine Chapel, all the artwork, and then I don't think we could have anything to drink. And then at the end, we were fucking starving. We were fucking starving, and we're buying merch. They do sell merch like that. Like that's funny. Yeah, we were buying merch, and George and I were like, I'm about to eat my fucking flip flop, and I was like, yeah, let's go get something to eat. And so we had a really shitty actually lunch. And we went
to like a pizza place or something.
But
Yeah,
it wasn't even good pizza.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's one of the worst things about being a tourist in another country. Everything looks like it's perfect because of the setting.
Yeah.
And then you realize that you're at just some kind of just run of the mill joint. You went to Italy?
I drank perfectly in Italy.
Oh wow.
Perfectly. I mean, so here's my thing with drinking. If I day drink, it fucks me up. I can't day drink really. So like I can only drink. I need to have. That's why the road works well for me because I don't have my first drink till like midnight.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'll drink midnight till 2, whenever bus call is. Maybe have a pop on the bus. Not lately because I have acid reflux. So usually just have a couple drinks, after the show, 2 or 3 drinks, and then on the bus, go to sleep. Maybe hit a vape pen, let a joint, go to bed, and I'm out. Listen to a podcast, I'm out. And then wake up the next day a little late, but I don't drink the whole fucking day. So that's really good for me. Because day drinking, that's why I don't drink on jets or drink on planes. Because if I day drink on a plane, then it goes out throughout the day, and then that really puts a dent on your wellness. Like you just feel like shit. Your sweat smells like piss. You're shaky.
Your piss smells like sweat.
No, your sweat smells like piss too.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
I mean, when you're in
my balls smelled. I drank all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Fucking started at like 7.
So you just did it.
Yeah, yesterday. But I busted my ass in the gym today, so it got it out of me.
Yeah.
But my balls smelled the worst anyone's balls have ever smelled in their entire life. When I got in the shower to come here, I took a little dab and sniff, and I was like, "Whew, that's worse than armpits."
Oh.
That's fucking, and that was booze.
Dude,
So,
how jealous do you think how jealous do you think the back of your balls are of the front of your balls, dude?
Well, the back of your balls hang out with your asshole. The front of your balls hangs out with your dick.
Yeah.
I'd much rather hang out with a dick than an asshole.
Me too. Imagine us being back there. It's like living in the slums.
It's like I'm trying to think of 2 comics, one a dick and one's an asshole. Like, who would you want to hang out with? I'm not gonna say names.
Maybe Dice and
Wait, which is Dice?
I mean, you can put either way probably. Dice could be a dick, but that's also his brand, though.
Yeah, but it's like an ironic dick.
Right. Oh, I see.
He's an ironic. Like he's just.
Who likes being a dick? Jeselnik, kind of. Is he a dick? I don't know. No. He's just kind of morose.
I think he's just quiet. I think Jeselnik is like Jeselnik's like Segura. They don't need to talk to people. I need to talk to people. I have to talk to people. I'm gonna stand outside.
Oh, Tom doesn't. He can do his own thing, huh?
He could not speak for the rest of his life, I think, other than on stage, and he'd be very happy.
Wow.
He does not need to speak. Like he does not. I get into a car with someone, and I am chatty Cathy the whole ride.
Yeah, you like to be alive.
I love being alive. It's like my favorite part of being alive is loving that you're alive.
Right.
Like if you just kind of go, I'm alive, there's times where I wake up and I'm rough. This is when we're talking about like the recovery brain of like, man, what should I do? And then I think the difference is I wake up, and if I feel a little down, a little depressed, maybe a little hungover, maybe a little shaky from partying too hard, I go, you have 2 options today. You can lose today. You can lose it. You're allowed to. You're allowed to take a Xanax, tap out, get back in bed, crank up the AC, throw on Netflix, put it on a Spanish-speaking cooking show, and just go to sleep. For the whole day, you can do that. Or you can choose to win the day, where you get up, you have a coffee, you barrel through it, you go to the gym, you work out, and you just ignore that voice in your head that goes, hey, man, we're not going to be able to do this today. You go, I'm not listening to you today. I chose to seize the day. And knowing, for me, knowing that I have that tap out of like, hey, we can call it a day. We can wake up and call it a day. Make a breakfast sandwich, eat a Xanax, watch Netflix, crank up the AC, blackout curtains, sleep, wake up at 8 and have a cocktail with your wife and have a great fucking day. We can do that. Or we can push through the day. We can get up early. We can go have a coffee. We can have a treat, maybe a little bit of Instagram, a treat, a little.
Yeah.
And then get in the gym, push through it. Piss sweat in the sauna, in the polar plunge, and you will feel better. You will feel, I promise you, you will feel better.
And what do you choose?
I always choose the one where I work out. I always choose it. I've chosen Xanax before. I have.
Right.
I have. My wife always knows it. And she's like, so funny. I thought you were different than that. But you just gotta choose to not listen to that voice in your head that's going, we can't do this, man. This is too hard. Like, you've ever gotten up?
Well,
Go ahead.
I think that's where some people struggle with, like alcoholism. I think that voice, it's not even sometimes about the drugs and alcohol. It's just about that voice the next day and how much it like haunts them, or like how much it like the drugs and alcohol fuel whatever the negative feelings. Like it's such a gasoline on those thoughts and feelings.
Do you ever feel like maybe, and by the way, we don't have to keep this in if you don't want to, but do you ever feel like, I always wonder with you, because I know you're sober, do you ever feel like maybe there was just aspects of your sobriety, maybe there was aspects of your partying that should never have been included?
Yeah.
Like cocaine.
Yeah.
Like that should never have been in your mix.
Right.
And you should have never been introduced to it. And had you never been introduced to it, you may be able to have a few beers with people. I'm not saying that. By the way, I'm not.
Oh, totally.
I want your happiness.
No, I think about that every day.
You are a joy to listen to. Literally, honestly, a treat. When you come up, it's funny who your kids like, right? Like Georgia just thinks you are fucking the cat's pajamas. You make her giggle so hard.
Sweet,
Isla's a big Tim Dillon fan.
That makes sense.
Right? And
Tim Dillon's great, though.
But like,
too.
I don't want to fuck with either you or Tim's sobriety. But do you ever think that way?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
cocaine, I can't do it. It fucks me up so bad that I want to quit everything.
Yeah.
I go, fuck it. It's like the next day off of cocaine, I'm literally waiting for the stroke to hit. I'm going like, it's coming right now. It's coming right now. Why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, it's like that no whammies, like that game show.
Yeah, no whammies, no whammies. It's a heart attack. God damn it, my heart's racing. It's the dumbest
dude,
fucking drug.
Cocaine's just insane, man. If I'd have never found cocaine, I'd never had any problem with anything else.
Isn't that crazy?
So sometimes I think maybe at some point I would just not do cocaine, but yeah,
But it leads to it.
Yeah, that's the problem is.
It's once you find out you can just turn around in the median and go the other direction on the highway. It's really hard to not do that every time.
Yeah.
Like if you never knew you couldn't do that.
Yeah. When people were like, yeah, and then I realized why I never even super enjoyed drinking, because cocaine, I'm like, I can get messed up right now, and marks go. You know what I'm saying?
It really does. It's so much better than a shot. It's just like, and I remember the first time I ever did cocaine, I was in New Orleans, and my buddy had a rock, and he had a screen of a...
Damn, this makes me want to touch my fucking dick even hearing about it.
He told me, he was one of my best friends, to this day, one of my best friends, and he said, we were looking for ecstasy, and he said, I don't have any ecstasy. And I said, but you're partying, right? And he was like, I am. We're same age. And he goes,
And what, he look like a white guy?
Really good looking guy. More Italian, more like Michelangelo. You know Michelangelo's name wasn't Michael Angelo?
It was in one word?
It was one word. It was
Michelangelo.
And that was part of a bigger name. I thought it was Michael Angelo, not like Michelangelo Pizzeria Mussolini.
That's a black Italian, I think, if it's the full one.
Yeah, that's all Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Michelangelo. It's amazing there aren't more Michelangelos. Anyway, he said, I have cocaine, and I said, I remember going, you do cocaine? And he goes, yeah, we do cocaine. He was like, and I was like, is it safe? And he was like, yeah, it's totally safe. He goes, here's the deal. Looked me in the eyes and he said, it's really good, and it could become a problem. And he goes, and it has for friends. Like, trust me. And I was like, well, what should I do? And he goes, you got to make that decision on your own. So I went up to my buddy who I was looking for ecstasy with, and I said, we can't get ecstasy, but we can get cocaine. And he's like, I'll do it. And I was like, I've never done it. And he goes, it's pretty good. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So we went back. I said, I'll do some. Didn't have to buy it. He just gave us, I grew up with a kid, and he shaved it off of the screen of like a window. It was a screen. It was a screen that was on like a tilt. So it was like two sticks with a screen that went like this, and it was maybe this big.
That's carpenter's cut, dude. That shit is good.
He shaved it off of that, and it feathered down, and he cut a line, and he said, snort half of that with your nose. And I snorted the whole thing with one nostril.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's, I think you're good. And I went, okay. And Theo, immediately from this tooth over and this tooth over went ice numb, the whole side of my face. And I was like, whoo. I felt, whoo. And my first thought was, I remember I could walk outside and rip a tree out of the ground and carry it around tonight. But I'm so smart that I won't do that, because if they see me with a tree, they'll go, he's on cocaine. So I'm not ripping trees out. And then I was like, I think I'm going to need to do the other nose because this side isn't numb. And he was like, okay, just a little one. And he gave me another line, and I did the other side, and this tooth went sing. I mean, I could hear it go sing, and it went all the way over there. And I said, I looked at my buddy, and who I won't say his name, the buddy I was partying with,
Ron,
and close. And so I said to our other friend, I said, I think we're gonna go down to the Bourbon Street. And he was like, okay. He's like, no cell phones. He was like, we'll see you later. And I was like, great. And I looked at my buddy and I said, let's go have some fun. We took a little bit of pouch with us, and we had one of the most exciting nights of our lives. And maybe, I don't even think we did any more cocaine throughout the night. I think we maybe did a key bump, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't think we did any more. And we had the greatest fucking night of our life. And then that night, went back, passed out in my truck, woke up when the sun was coming up with the most acutely searing anxiety attack I've ever had in my life. And we had an 8-ball left that my buddy gave me to take home. And we had to drive.
To take home.
Yeah. And so I took the 8-ball. I put it in my Cherokee. We drove from New Orleans to Tallahassee, and all my brain did was like, I heard my brain, you got regular brain where you go, hey, maybe we should pull over and get McDonald's. And your little regular brain, regular little guy you've been with your whole life. And then you go, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And he's like, I just thought I'd put it right up, bring it up.
Yeah.
And so I get in the car, and little brain's like, dude, we still have that cocaine, right? And I was like, yeah, I put it it's in the middle. And he's like, are you sure that's a good idea? And then all of a sudden this fucking anxiety voice goes, what the fuck? Are we traveling with cocaine? Dude, we're going to fucking jail. What the fuck? You need to pull over right now. You need to hide that in one of your bags. Either that or do it. We got to do cocaine. That'll make the drive so much better. And I was like, should we get food? And he was like, fuck that. We've got iron stomach. We can't get our dick hard and we can't shit. Let's drive. It was like Sam Kinison was in my head. And man, I tell you very candidly, I haven't got rid of that voice forever. And that's why I don't fuck around with cocaine, is that fucking voice. The next day, all that fun that was, it's not worth it to hear that guy.
Yeah.
Just, we better get out of bed. You're on blood pressure medicine. What the fuck did we do last night?
I've needed mental health therapy. Good God, I've needed it. Hell, if mental health therapy, if they had a swim team, I would join it. Because I'll damn backstroking my own feelings all day. If you need help or mental health therapy, you're considering it, BetterHelp might be the solution. That's right. Find a therapist that can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals, no matter how big or small. BetterHelp is convenient. It is accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey, and switch therapists at any time. I've needed better help. I wasn't doing well. I was driving, and I was not doing well and driving. And I pulled over and got help right there. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/THEO to get 10% off your first month. That's BETTERHELP.com/Theo. You know, it's impossible to cancel subscriptions. You know, I had a subscription to something. I don't remember what it was. It was a cane company, walking canes and candy canes. 1 month they send you a walking cane, and next month they send you a sugar cane. So you was getting sweet, and you were taking care of a limp or something, or helping a senior. But damn, it's impossible to cancel the subscription. So I got canes showing up everywhere. It's gotten ridiculous. It's not fair to have to cancel everything, and they make it so hard. They trick you. They scamming. That's why I love using Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. That's right. You can cancel unnecessary subscriptions with Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Theo. Seriously, it could save you $100 a year. Hundreds. You know, you might have a subscription to this, could be Netflix or gummyworms.net or whatever that you don't know. You could just have a Marshmallow subscription, and your whole mailbox is just all fluffy bunnied out. You can't even get any mail, and just nightmares. So you got to take care of yourself and take care of your subscriptions. Rocket Money can help. rocketmoney.com/Theo. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/Theo. Yeah, man, that's the thing. It's like you don't want to fuel that voice, because in some people that voice is already kind of like animated.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Sometimes people are drinking to shut that voice off.
Right.
And when you sober up, that voice goes, you just hear him wake up like, what the fuck did you tried to kill me with alcohol last night? Oh, welcome to hell, motherfucker. Let's check our dick. We got genital warts.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that voice, that's why Xanax is so great. Xanax
I never had no Xanax.
Oh,
man.
Xanax just grabs him real quick like a fucking Gracie. Grabs his gi and goes like this, good night, you go to bed now. And he's like, oh, can't breathe. And then all of a sudden, you come out of a Xanax and you hear that voice, and he's like, how long have I been out for? And you're like, all right, you're good, man. Just lay there for a little bit. Lay there, wake up. And he's like, okay. Holy shit, what day is it? And you're like, it's Thursday. And he's like, oh, fuck, what are we doing this weekend? We're like, don't worry about it. We're going to have a drink later tonight. Let's just shut the fuck up. And he's like, whew, dude, I got fucked up last night. What happened? And it's like, my whole thing's shutting that voice down. By the way, I'm sure there's someone who runs a recovery center right now that's like, oh, Bert needs to go into recovery tomorrow. And by the way, we need to get rid of this podcast. You've just got everyone back on cocaine.
I don't know, man. Well, these days also cocaine got too dangerous to even do. So it's like funny. Now one of the things that keeps me from doing cocaine is cocaine. Because it's like, funny. There's no reliability with it. Like I remember trying to convince somebody like, oh, this guy gets legit cocaine. And like, where does he get it from? And I'm like, you're right. I have no idea if he does. I don't know. Look, he drives a fucking Dodge Neon, okay? I'm sure it's good.
Dude, look at his fucking line in his hair. Come on. He gets good stuff. Take a look at his fingernails. They're pedicures. We're good. You know, I have some friends. I won't say their name. And I hope they're watching because I want to say their name so bad because they're comics. But I have some friends I was partying with and we're like, hey, you want to get some cocaine? And I was like, I'm turning 50 in November. That shit's way out of my fucking. I don't. It's even risky. It's why there's no reason for me to do it. There's nothing. There is no benefit. I know. And so I was like, nah. And they got it, and it came with a fentanyl tester.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're selling fentanyl testers now.
But how can you test every little gram of it? Can you bring that up? Can we see what that looks like?
I don't know. I don't know. But I'll tell you, one guy went to the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous. But yeah, for alcoholism, do you think that you're an alcoholic?
No. I've run it through the ringer a few times. Dr. Drew's my litmus.
Oh, yeah.
And I've talked to him about it. He's like, you're not an alcoholic. You just drink too much. He's like, alcoholism's different. Being powerless to alcohol is different than drinking a lot.
Yeah.
And I think same with a guy like Ron White. I think he was a big drinker. I don't think he was an alcoholic because he just quit.
Yeah.
I think he was like, same with Nick Swartzen. Nick Swartzen's just I don't think Nick drinks anymore, but he was just a big drinker. I don't think he was ever powerless to it.
He's planning on drinking again.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for him.
Nick has the best story, dude. Nick's like, bro, I was in Denver.
Oh, he almost died in Denver.
Well,
Wait, did it?
No, he did tell that.
Oh, God. I was just like...
Here's how.
I just felt like he was almost died. You know, they put him in hospice. They had a priest come in and go. The priest tried to molest him too. Keep going.
Yeah, but still, what do you expect, dude? If you're going into hospice and you call a priest, dude, somebody better touch your dick.
Can you imagine how bad it would be to have been molested by a priest and then be on your deathbed and a priest walks in? You're like, great. The one thing I've tried to never remember my whole life. Thanks for bringing it up. Why don't you bring in a snake? I'm scared of them too.
Oh my God. Dude, that's got to be so true, man. But Nick was so great. He's like, man, if you drink in Denver, beware of the altitude. He's like, you got to drink water. The altitude will get you. He's like, I was drinking for 6 weeks at a motel, and the altitude. I'm like, the altitude isn't the issue.
It's not the altitude. It's the motel. Once you put the motel in there,
yeah.
there's not a lot of that's just you there.
Yeah.
You're leaving Colorado.
He's like, dude, if you're gonna drink in Phoenix, man, the cactus is there. Yeah.
Did you know there's a lot of cats in Florida? Dude, you go down to Key West, if you're drinking anywhere near the Hemingway house, there are cats. Your allergies will kick in, and you'll die from drinking.
Yeah, you go to the hospital, man.
Fucking Nick Swartzen.
Oh, so funny, dude. He's so funny.
He's not drinking now?
No, he's been sober for a while, man.
Good for him.
But he had a couple cities that were like on his fear list. But I think that's the truth. It's like, it's like, I think Dr. Drew's a great litmus test. He's really, really awesome about all that stuff.
I'll tell you right now, no one comments on your drinking if you're skinny. When you're fat, and I've been really fat, I kind of still am, that's when you get people showing up. I had a week where I had 3 people tell me they were worried about me. But they were just worried about me because I looked like shit, and I was fat. I was 265 pounds. Ooh. I told someone the other day, who was I talking to? I said I was 265 pounds, and he goes, 270. I went, no, I was never 270. He goes, yeah, you were. You just didn't know it.
Wow.
Because once you weigh yourself at 265 going, I look good today, and then you're like, 265, that's fucking fat. Well, there's days you were 270. And so I had like 3 people reach out to me and go, hey, man, I'm worried about you. I'm concerned for you. One of them counted. 2 of them didn't. Not didn't count, but
right. But you're like, how do you know?
I was like, you haven't been around me. You just saw me
right.
one time, and you were partying with me. And by the way, you're not my wife. You're not my best friend. Like, if Tommy says to me, I'm worried about you, then I listen, right? But like, so yeah. But I lost weight. I lost like 20 pounds, and
then nobody said anything.
No one said anything lately, and I probably partying just as hard as I always have. You know?
Yeah. I've thought you were gonna die before, but I think that it's.
I will die.
Yes, so you're going to win that one. But I think it's because you go so hard. Yeah. Like you just have, it's just whatever you've always had. I'm like, a lot of it I think is also envy. I'm like, how does he keep going? Watching his social media feed is making, I'm tired. Like I'll see three reels of yours on Instagram and go get a massage. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. It's like, wow, how does he keep going?
I don't know. I think it's the thing. I think I don't know. I think I'm a little bit of a holic. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm a holic of a lot of things, but not full blown. Like I'm a workaholic.
I'm a workaholic
hardcore, and I think maybe that's where I put my aholism in is in a healthy place, but it's not healthy. It pulls from your family and your sense of well being but like. I don't mind being a workaholic because I feel like you only get one, especially now, because you only get one opportunity to shine. So you get an opportunity to sell some tickets. In my opinion, you better be on the road trying to sell some tickets. If you pop, like if you have a moment and you pop, and people go, I want to see that. I want to see what that guy's like live. They will forget about you. So you kind of got to go out and be like, I'm here. I trust me. I took 2 months off, and I was off social media pretty much. Like I was fucking around with it every now and then, but there were days where I'd have like 2 stories up, and I'd forget, and I'd skip a whole day, and I had to remind myself, you have to go back to work. Like you need to get ready to go back to work, and I could very easily be like everyone else and go like, yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna do podcasts, and not push it as hard as I do. But I only got one opportunity. I'm not going to live forever, and I definitely want to make sure that my family's comfortable. And I love stand up, and I love podcasting. I love my cooking show, Something's Burning. I love Two Bears. I love all of it. I love fucking around with Joe on social media and taunting him and hearing the text I get back from. I got 5 texts from Joe in my pocket, and I get so like Sober October's getting ready, and so we're fucking around and challenging each other. I love that shit. I love that, but I love all of it. I love taking in content as well. It's like,
well, you love getting up every day. I mean, you really love being alive. You love it.
I love being alive. Like today's a great day. Today's a great day.
Yeah.
Today's a great day. I woke up at 6. Woke up at 6. Got up with Leanne. We had great sex last night, so we just kind of caught up.
And what is great? So you guys are doing the great sex. So it's and you guys now, as you get older, do you have to do it for a long time? Does that matter?
It's a lot quicker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we get each other down.
Right.
So like last night the horse was already panting.
Okay.
Like she came in bed looking to fool around.
And does she like turn a plant a certain way, or like light a candle, or like leave a chocolate or something?
No, she smiles and she's playful, and so Leanne's like a little bit of a bully.
Will she bat at that wiener like a cat?
No.
A lot of women do that.
She's a bully.
Oh,
so like she likes to get in bed and fuck with you.
Where's that dick at?
Pick on you. Yeah. What was she saying last night that was so funny? She kept going,
let's get that dick out, Tiger, huh?
No, she wasn't saying that. But she was doing something that was funny, but is bullying me. And so she gets in like a almost like a fun bully mode.
Let me burp that worm, homie, or something like that.
Yeah, gang.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Yeah.
So she was fun last night, and then I was like, all right. And so we started messing around, and when we started, I was like, oh, she's here to part. Like, she got drunk last night. Ooh. She never gets drunk. Georgia had to drive us home. Leanne never gets drunk.
Wow.
Never gets drunk. She drank a bottle of rosé by herself.
Ooh, if it's rosé, dude, somebody's giving head.
And man, it was like, you ever been so hungry, you get Kentucky Fried Chicken, and you don't know whether to start with the mac and cheese, the mashed potatoes, or to eat some chicken.
Yeah.
And you take a bite of chicken, then start
before you have it all in your mouth before you even have any of it down.
And you don't even know what you're tasting anymore.
Yes.
That's what sex was like last night. Like just sloppy drunk KFC at 2 in the morning.
Were y'all doing oral too or not?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, back and forth and it was it was all of it. And Leanne's really good at blowjobs.
Wow, that's awesome.
Really, really, really good. She's really she's next level. She's next fucking level.
Yeah, a lot of women, especially from smaller communities.
I hope she's cool with me saying that.
Oh, I think it's admirable.
Yeah. I forget I'm doing a podcast. I'm like, yeah, she's really fucking good.
Oh, I think it's admirable. There's nothing stranger.
I think it's because she grew up in the South and most of her family can't read. That's why they're good at blowjobs.
Oh, dude. I
bet you got kin who could fucking suck like nobody's business. Like a third cousin or something.
Dude, is this crazy to say this, bro? Now I wonder if this is crazy. Sometimes it's like, I'll be talking to have you ever talked, what kind of siblings do you have?
2 sisters.
Isn't it weird sometimes that they've blown dudes before? Does that ever seem weird to you?
Yeah. I don't think about it.
Right. I don't think about the act of it, but like.
That they have done it?
Right. The other day I was talking to my sister and I'm like, it just hit me in the head. I was like, oh my God. She's like old enough to have been blowing dudes and everything. And I'm like,
you got a sister.
I got 2 sisters. She has 3, she has 2 children and stuff, but
same mom?
Same mom, same dad.
Really?
Yeah.
How older sisters? You're your youngest, right?
Yeah, they're in their 30s.
So it's so funny. Wait, older sisters or younger?
They're younger.
Okay.
Yeah, they're younger.
Older? And you're like, they're in their 30s.
Oh,
I did that the other day. I forgot. I was like, you ever say something wrong and then don't correct yourself? And you're like, yeah, I'm turning 40 next month. And everyone's like, and now no one could listen to anything I said after that. And they're like, are you going to go with that? And I was like, yeah, right. And I was like, I mean 50. I'm turning 50. So wait, that's so funny. I always thought you were an only kid for some reason. I was always thinking you had only kid energy.
I could see that. I always felt like an only kid. I distanced myself from my family right out of the gate.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, it was just like a budget program over there. I was like, I'm out.
I want a profile to figure your brain out because you got energy no one's got. You got. You know what you got? I was hearing a story about a man from Hawaii. I won't say his name, only just out of respect. I was hanging out with his son, and they said he left home when he was 12. And you got that energy. And the guy's very successful in Hawaii. game changer, fucking next level dude. You got that energy. You got Oprah energy. Where like you go, I'm gonna get there. I'll make it. I'll get through there. You're an interesting dude.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I think you're an interesting dude, man. I definitely always get envious of your ability to keep going. It's like, and yeah, I think that's where I think people think you're going to die is because they're like, oh, how can he keep going? But then I think there's just some people who just have the ability to keep going. Like, do you feel under like insane pressure by your own schedule?
Yeah. I was saying that when we talked and you were like, how's everything going? I said, it can get very overwhelming at times. Very overwhelming, especially because I've set myself up into a scenario, and I'm not complaining at all. I want to be very clear.
It doesn't sound like you are. This doesn't sound like self-pity or anything.
So a year ago, 2 years, no, I think just a year ago today. Yeah, because I'm going to Red Rocks next week.
You're doing Red Rocks next week? You just did it like a year ago.
I did a year ago. I'm doing it again.
Wow.
So Red Rocks was the one thing that kind of changed my career a tad bit. I mean, ticket sales, what we can move. Like, we're all in that same spot where we can move maybe 5,000 in the market. It's pretty safe to say. 2,000 a market, 5,000 a market, do a theater. And I was supposed to do Red Rocks with Jim Jeffries. He had a kid, and he had to back out because his due date was on the day we were supposed to do the show. And they said to me, hey, man, we can try to find another headliner, or you can do it by yourself. Now, we know, I say me and you, and I could be a little wrong about I think you may be outselling me, but 10,000 tickets in a market is a lot. That's an arena act. And I'm not an arena. I wasn't at the time an arena act, but I liked the challenge.
Wow.
Like, I liked the idea that no one thought I could do it, and I liked the challenge. And I went, and I knew there was no foul if I didn't, because I was already supposed to do it with Jim. So I knew that it was like a get out of jail free card. I could take a swing,
right,
and tug the tiger's tail and see if I can knock him out, and
blame it on Jim and his kid.
Yeah, but if I fail, I go, oh, I was supposed to do it with Jim. But I'm glad he had a kid. I'm glad he's happy. And so I took the challenge, and I challenged myself to sell Red Rocks. I did a lot of promo videos. I had a soft announce because I was in Serbia doing the movie. My social media numbers were slowed down because of the way all those countries look at the Eastern Bloc. And so I was getting like 25,000 views on anything I put up. I couldn't, and so I had a soft announce for Red Rocks. But when I got back to the States, I just hit it hard, and I got promo video after promo video. I didn't stop thinking. I didn't stop working, and I went into surgery to get surgery on my elbow from hurting it and ripping my tendons off in the movie. I went into surgery, and I said, I'm going to use this. Everyone counts. This is my way my brain wouldn't just shut off. And I said, everyone counts backwards when they go to sleep. Not me. I'm going to read a promo date. I'm going to be like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm performing at Red Rocks September 13th. Come see me, and then, right? And so I rolled into surgery. The guy was like, what music are you going to listen to? I was like, CCR, baby, Creedence.
Yeah.
And we went into surgery. My arm was numb. I dropped the phone once. I threw it up. My anesthesiologist is like, what are we doing? I said, I'm doing Red Rocks, September 13th, October 13th, September 3rd, whatever, September 13th. I'm going to be there the night before Jimmy Buffett. I'll be at Jimmy Buffett. He's like, you're going to Jimmy Buffett? I go, you want to go? And he goes, I'd love to go. And he's like, all right, you're going to feel this. And then all of a sudden I'm like, and I dropped the phone on my chest, and I went into surgery. And then I sold out Red Rocks. And I said it to my team, I want that challenge all the fucking time. Put me in venues. Give me the opportunity. I had a change of perception after Red Rocks, because I hung out and went to Jimmy Buffett, and we hung out in Red Rocks. That's us at Red Rocks last year. And what was amazing, Theo, is, do you remember you'd hear those comics that would be like, don't ask me when I'm going to come to North Carolina. I was just in North Carolina. And they'd blame the fans. And I was like, why are you blaming the fans? It's your fault they don't know. You're the reason they didn't come to your show. You didn't tell them. The onus is on us as the performer to let our fans know that we're coming there, so that, because they want it. I have friends in Tampa who are in love with you. They want to see you. It's your job to let them know. And by the way, that's where we come in. You post it, and I go, oh shit, my friends in Tampa want to know. That's why Rogan set up this great workaround of us helping each other out and letting our friends know, oh shit, Theo's coming out. Sam Morril has a great special on Netflix. It's our job to help bump up Sam. Shang Wang's special on
Oh, yeah,
Netflix.
it's just coming out,
It's
huh?
fucking awesome. When your special came out, I must have tweeted about it or texted about it or put it on Instagram 3 or 4 times because we all watched it. We were in Austin and we were fucking laughing hysterically.
Thanks,
and that's the job of our community to lift each other up. But it's our job. And when I went to Denver and Evergreen and all around Morrison, not one person that was in that city said, "What are you doing here?" Everyone said, "Oh, I tried to get tickets to the show. I couldn't come." "Hey, how was the show, Bert?" "Hey, I was at the show. It was amazing." Not one person. We went and looked at Boulder, Colorado for my daughter to go to University of Colorado.
Yeah.
All the kids on the campus. "How was the show at Red Rocks, Bert?" "Shit, I couldn't get the tickets. It was too late." "Bert, it sold out before I get tickets." That's what you want. And so I thought, okay, so if we're talking about promotion, I get promoting once is one thing. Promote your tour. That's great. But I'm going to go into every market where there's an available seat, and I will hammer those markets until they sell out or until they start pulling curtains back. They said, I want to do this thing fully loaded. I want to set up with 10 comics. I want to get 3 tour buses. I want to do outdoor venues. I want to do arenas. I want to do baseball stadiums. I want to do all this. And they were like, these are big tickets. This is 12,000, 15,000, venues. And I was like, don't worry, I got this. And I challenged myself. I said, I'm going to challenge myself. And I didn't ask any. They were all great. Every comic that was on was amazing. They helped repost. They helped talk about it. They helped sell tickets. Thank God. Nikki Glaser, Chelsea Lynn, Mark Norman, Shane Gillis, Dave Attell, Big J. Okerson, Fortune Feemster, Dustin Nickerson, Taylor Tomlinson. I'm leaving some. They all retweeted. They all reposted. They all did special posts. But I said, it's all me. It's my tour. I created this festival. I will fucking, and I got I had an editor in the back of my bus. I had another editor, and I put out content daily. And you watched those people just going, oh, it's just commercials. It's just commercials. And we set record attendance in a ton of places. That was a cheat code because, technically a baseball stadium can't sit people on the infield.
Right.
So we said record attendance, but whatever. So
that counts.
But I looked at so that challenge when I did Red Rocks the first time, it changed the way I work. So I went, I want to prove it to myself. I want to go bigger. I want to go harder. And so I just don't shut my brain off for stand up, and I don't shut my brain off for promotion, and I don't do a lot of television shows because it shifts the way you look at things. I love podcasting. I have a list of things I talk about on podcasts. I think I love doing a podcast. I thought about stuff I wanted to talk to you today about, and I love that energy of going. I get to hang out with a guy who everyone that's watching right now, everyone that would love to sit down with for an hour and a half. Everyone watching would love that opportunity. And by the way, I'm a fan also. I watch you all the time, so I'm excited. So literally, it's like, if you said to anyone, what do you want to talk to Theo about? You're like, I know what I want to talk about. And I write it on a list on my phone. I go to do Rogan. I write it on a list. It's fun. Getting the opportunity to do Rogan.
Yeah.
That's enjoyable.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
It's like getting to surf with pro surfers.
Yeah, I mean, I even wrote
lifts
today.
you up and he looks you amazing. He makes you look amazing.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm very blessed. I don't look at any of it as work. I just go like, yeah, man, I'll fucking push it till the wheels come off. And they'll come off. They'll come off. There'll be a time where I'm like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just die. Look, I died in a plane crash. They never came off. I just died. I'll be a fucking legend.
You died in a plane crash?
Yeah. Tour bus accident?
Not as much.
I think so.
I think that plane crash, people respect that 25,000 feet you went through.
Yeah.
And then wondering what he was doing the whole time on the way down.
I'll tell you what. Standing up, drinking Jack Daniels, going, fuck it. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And I'm cranking up Freebird, Leonard Skinner. If I leave here tomorrow.
Some people would chime in, dude.
And I'm hoping that coward buckled into the back tells that story, man. He went down, as Ronnie Van Zant went down like that. Fucking Freebird, the plane's going down. And he just, Ronnie, put your seatbelt on. Stands up, bottle of Jack. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Now, in hindsight, if he wore a seatbelt, he probably survived. But that's
true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely, because I think everyone lived but him.
Do you haven't done? I know you did your movie. Do you think, because Bobby and I just got offered a television show, right? And so it's like, what is the reality? The time commitment and everything is huge, though.
Yeah, I would do another movie. I like that time commitment. I like that. I have like a couple projects lined up. I would do another movie. I really enjoyed that process. I have to be a producer on the movie and a creative part. I can't be an actor.
Yeah.
Like I can't just hire me, and I need to be a part of the team that helps make the thing make
it good, make it funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like giving notes to other actors too. Like I really enjoy that. I like the process of making something. It's really cool. I would do a scripted single camera, and that's it.
A scripted single camera television show.
I'd do a multicam, like a sitcom. I think I'd really. I'll tell you this, and I'm putting this out there. I'll sell out and do like a legit, cheesy, kind of bad multicam. If you give me like 15 years, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
If they committed to 15 years, you mean?
If they, by the way, they can just, all they got.
Or you mean 15 years from now?
But like if you tell me I could get. I'm using bad examples, but like if you tell me I can get just a regular sitcom where it's like Bert has a cow or whatever it's called, and then I have like a cow that I talk to, and he like sticks his head into the kitchen window. He's like, "Hey, Bert," and I'm like, "What's up, Mr. Cow?" He's like, "You're gonna have a rough day today."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "I think you should talk to your wife. She was up cleaning the dishes last night, really upset." And I was like, I'm the only one that can hear you, right? And he's like, "That's right, Bert. I'll be in the backyard." And then my wife comes in. She's like, "How you doing?" And I go, "I'm just helping with these dishes." And she's like,
yeah, secret cow.
Like, yeah, like that would be I'd do that show.
Called Having a Cow or something like that?
Yeah. Don't have a cow.
Oh, that's it.
Don't have a cow. And then I got a cow that maybe no one sees.
And
maybe
it's in India,
crazy.
too, and they like, the cows are gods there.
Ooh, and all my, dude, I'm so attracted to Indian women.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have an Indian wife, Indian children. I live in India.
Hello, Bo. Hey, Bob. Hey, husband.
Husband? Yeah. That'd be great.
You want some spice?
Yeah. I love Indian food too.
Sprinkle it in your fucking mouth, huh?
But I'm the only one that can see the cow. I'd do that. And by the way, if you're a screenwriter and you want to write that up, I'll do that. Sitcom in a heartbeat.
You'll do it. Yeah, I mean, it would just. I mean, I can't imagine what the second season would be, but I think the first season would be fucking good.
I go vegan.
Ooh.
Yeah. I go vegan, and the cow's like, "This is what I'm talking about."
Yeah.
Do you like acting?
I just did a part in a movie with Bobby, and it was fun, man. It was nice because I knew the amount of time commitment.
Okay, that's where I get fucked up.
That was a big thing. Like I'd gotten to do that movie with Chris Pratt a couple years ago, where he gave me a part, and I got there and got to read the script, and I saw I didn't have a lot of, and it was 12 weeks. I was like, I can't do it. It was too much for me to commit to.
Okay,
this was only 12 days.
Okay.
So I was like, "Oh, I can handle this,"
How do you feel? This is I'm probably outing myself as like as not a team player. But how do you feel when like a PA goes, "Just go to your trailer, I'll get you when we need you"? Does that bother you?
Oh, I like going into that trailer.
Oh, I can't stand it. I want to be on set.
Really?
And I go, "I'll just be on set." And they're like, "Actually, we can't have you on set." And I go, "Actually, I'm higher on the fucking call sheet than you are. Actually, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Actually, I busted my ass for fucking 25 years to get to this point, and you have an older brother who got you this job, and you don't even know what the fuck you want to do." Sometimes I feel like that.
Oh, yeah. I think, well, that's the problem with going to do acting is you have to be under somebody else's, like, jurisdiction and their thoughts and feelings, and then it's their words, and it's like this movie I did was it was a friend of mine who had written it. He knew me, and it was like if I couldn't communicate with him as clearly as I wanted to, if there was any like he really expressed like a real like ownership, I would have I couldn't do that.
Wait, did you meet Chris Pratt?
Yeah, I met Chris Pratt.
What's he like?
Oh, it's super nice.
I think that's what Jesus would have looked like.
Nice and clean. Oh yeah.
Right?
He looked clean, man.
I bet he smells good.
I didn't really smell him.
I partied with his ex-wife once.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't smell him, but he was really nice, really affable. And I felt kind of bad about leaving because it was such a neat opportunity.
What was the movie? Jurassic Park?
It was called Tomorrowland, Tomorrow War.
Oh, is that been out?
It's been out, yeah. It came out during the pandemic.
Well, what's tough about you, in my opinion, is I'm sure people try to write for you and put you into something and then go, "I got Theo's voice." But your voice is so authentic and so kind of comedically swaggered in any attempt to write for you is almost like a parody of you, if that makes sense. Like if you tried to write for Mitch Hedberg, you'd be like, hey man, I'm high as fuck. And you're like, well, that's not Mitch Hedberg. That Mitch never talked about, like, you know.
Right, he just was who he was.
Yeah, and so like it's hard to write for your perspective. That's why I think it would be tough to like write for you. But that's why it makes sense that what you enjoy is collaborating and being like, I'm gonna put my spin on it.
Yeah, me and Spade just wrote a movie together.
David Spade?
So, yeah.
I got to call. Did I tell you I had a dream about him?
Yeah, you told me about that.
I got to call him.
So maybe, so that's been exciting to me because it's thinking like, oh, well, I already know what's going to happen.
Is it called Spade in Manhattan?
It's called, it's about being busboys.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It's about adult male busboys.
David Spade's one of the coolest motherfuckers.
He's funny.
He is like, you know, man.
That generation of SNL guys, how were they so much funnier than what is on? Like, how was like Kevin Nealon? Like, how are they? Why is there such a different level of their like improv ability? Do you feel like?
I was thinking of that today. You know what I was thinking? I wonder if David Spade ever looked at me and goes, "Wow, my best friend was the biggest influence on this guy. Like this guy loved." I loved Farley. Farley showed us a way to be funny when you didn't know how to be funny. You didn't know how to be comfortable with yourself. He just showed you that being large, being vulnerable. This, like, he really honestly, like, I wonder how often he goes into a comedy club and goes, well, this guy was my best friend was a big influence on this guy. My other best friend was a big influence on this guy. I mean, how much of us, like, you look at Shane Gillis, you go, huge influence on Shane Gillis is Norm Macdonald. Right? Norm Macdonald's a big influence on all of us. One of Spade's best friends. I mean, like, Spade's, and he's so cool. You know, when I fucked up this interview with Adam Sandler really bad. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Mm-mm.
It was bad.
Not as bad as that Greg Louganis when you did.
Nope.
Which is fucking pretty cool, dude. Here, pound me out, bro. That shit was fucking pretty good.
You made me laugh the hardest that day in your tribute to Amelia Earhart. That's the hardest I ever laughed.
Well, that chick gets all this clout. That bitch went missing. You know what I'm saying, bro?
She didn't even do her job.
Well, dude, I'm just saying.
It's like going to a restaurant and you're like, this is the best chef ever. And then it's 11 o'clock. You go, is the meal coming? They're like, he left.
Yeah.
Oh, if that was a dude, no one would talk about him.
I wouldn't say a word.
Oh, that was the dude. No one would talk about him.
Wouldn't say a word, man.
Yeah, he didn't land it.
Yeah.
He didn't land it.
Oh, yeah, Ronnie fucked up.
Oh.
That's all they would say. Ronnie fucked up. But they let her. They just, you know, it's that Title IX thing, man.
Oh.
That's Title IX.
Oh.
God, dude.
No, I fucked up that Sandler interview. It was so bad.
What happened? Had you met him?
No, I never met him. And I'm obviously Adam Sandler, David Spade, Norm Macdonald, Chris Rock, Chris Farley. That generation is their thumbprints forever on me. Like Chris Rock stand up, Bring the Pain.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
It is the thing I watched where I said, I want to do that. Like that, I'll never do that, but that's what I strive for.
Yeah.
That strut he had on stage, the fucking snap. I mean, everything was like a bullwhip, ska, like jaw, and it was so jarring, so amazing. And then Sandler, the way he developed all these great movies that just spoke. The Price is Wrong, bitch.
Yeah,
you can do it. Like all these, like just a way to take like your inside jokes with your friends and make them inside jokes with the world. And then, you know, Spade, Norm, Dennis Miller, a little older, but like Kevin Nealon, all these guys, they were just so influential on my sensibility. So Whitney hit me up and said, hey, you know, it's a pandemic. She's like, yo, I'm doing an interview with Adam Sandler. You want to come by my house? And if you want, she's like, I would love some help interviewing Sandler. You know, he's such a fucking star. So if you could just come and we'll figure something out.
For her podcast?
No. For
for Vogue or
Comedy Gives Back.
Comedy Gives
Back. We were
Back.
raising money for comics that needed money for the pandemic. So I go over to Whitney's backyard. I kind of fuck around in the backyard. I'm messing around. I'm on YouTube. I'm doing whatever just to make it fun, make it interactive. And then she goes to interview Sandler. She's like, "Come on in, we're gonna interview Sandler." And I got, my heart was racing, and then he just pops up on the screen. He's like, "Hey," and Whitney's like, "Bert, Adam, I'm here with Bert Kreischer," and he's like, "Okay," and I went full fucking moron, full dolphin, full baby walrus mode, like just like, And I talked for about 10 minutes. I don't think he said a word. And I just said everything wrong.
You talked for 10 minutes?
I said, do you have Netflix? And Whitney's like, huh? And Adam's like, I'm sure in his head, he was like, well, I ran one. Was, do you have Netflix? I can't wait to see your new movie, Precious Gems. That's not the name of it. I just showed my daughters and I sat and watched Happy Madison. That's the name of his production company, not the movie we watched. Hey, you want to hear a cool story about when I was in college? And he's like, huh? And I was like, when I was 22 years old, I got voted by the #1 party animal in the country.
You told him that whole story?
Theo, I did all of it. I did all of it.
Sorry, man.
I vomited. And Theo, I thought it went well. I was like, nailed it.
That's alcoholism.
Left Whitney's going, ka-ching, you need the closer, bring in the closer. You, Adam Sandler's probably going, who the fuck is this Bert Kreischer guy? Sign him to a deal. Covert, get Kreischer on the line. This guy's hot. We need him. First person to call me was Big J Okerson. And he goes, hey man, just letting you know, we're going to trash you. And I went, huh? He's like, we're on the Zoom next, and we are crying laughing. And I go, oh, what? And he goes, that Sandler interview. I go, good, huh? And he goes, good. He goes, you asked him if he had Netflix. I go, do you think he doesn't? And he goes, Bert, he has a $300 million deal at Netflix. He definitely has Netflix. I went, huh? He's like, you called his movie Precious Gems. I go, that's not the name. He goes, no, it's Uncut Gems.
So
and he's like, you named the movie Happy Madison. It's Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Bert. We are going. You didn't let him talk. It's the biggest movie star in the world, and you didn't let him talk. And I just started going like, it was that bad? And he goes, we're going online right now. We're going to trash you. And hung up. And I went, huh? And then my buddy Mike,
Epps?
No. Does podcast with Greg Lugan.
Mike Valentine?
No. Anyway, Mike, God damn it. He does the podcast
Mike
with
Martin?
Does a podcast with Greg Fitzsimmons. They do Sunday Papers.
Mike Vecchione?
No. Anyway, he calls me and he goes, that fucking Sandler interview's epic. Like I told him, I go, have you seen my new special? My special just dropped. It's called Hey Big Boy.
You asked Sandler that?
Dude.
That's
I
awesome.
was out of control. I was out of control. Stone sober, out of control. So this is why Spade's a cool dude, right? Unprovoked. I get a fucking, Spade sometimes voice text.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, Kreischer. Fucking Sandler interview is epic. And I'm like, I'm in bed going the next day going, I'm gonna have a drink today. This is the fucking worst day of my life.
Yeah, this is his Xanax day.
And he goes, hey man, I talked to Sandler. He just watched your special. He fucking loved it. Dude, he loved you. You're the best. We all love you. Don't sweat it. And I was like, by the way, didn't need to do that.
Right.
Didn't need to do that. Didn't need to leave that message. Didn't need to let me know, hey, don't worry about it. You didn't fuck it up that bad. And then I signed a deal with Happy Madison to do a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, so everything worked out great. Went to Happy Madison, pitched a movie, I think. Yeah. And then signed up to do a movie. So everything worked out fine. But man, that interviews, you can find it online.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that when I get
it's
home.
It's cringy.
I might even watch it in the car, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I went to Spade. I ran out of gas the other day. I was going over to Spade's right. He brought me gas.
Really?
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
He is.
How much money do you think he has?
He's got a big heart.
I'll say a name. Tell me if he has more than or less than that name.
Okay.
Okay. Bernie Schaub.
More than.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Less than. Because she went pretty court. She was like on the.
Okay. Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke.
Probably more than.
More than.
Hunter Biden.
Ooh. Probably of his own money.
Yeah.
Spade.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think those guys? I mean, I don't know.
I think Spade's got $25 million.
That's what I was gonna say.
He's had a number of very successful movies.
Yeah.
He's on sitcoms. Oh, I bet he's got way more. He was on sitcoms forever.
He did a sitcom for a long time.
Don't Shoot Me?
Yeah.
No, I think that's...
Dude, I'll tell you this story. So I went with Owen Benjamin, right?
Okay.
He took me to a Happy Madison party, right?
Yeah.
I'd never been before. And this is when vaping marijuana had just come out.
Yeah.
People were vaping it, And I thought it was a cigarette. I hadn't seen the vape and marijuana. I'd just seen the vape and cigarettes. So I'm out there smoking with somebody out front. I think it was like Dave Becky or somebody had like a vape and cigarette. I don't even remember
Dave
who
Becky.
it was.
I couldn't tell you what Dave Becky looks like.
I could probably draw him for you, but I actually I'm not even that good at drawing.
I know Dave Becky so well. Like I know that name. I know who he is, but I've never seen him in person. That's Louis C.K. That's Dave Becky? That's Dave Becky?
It might not even be Dave Becky I'm talking
guy.
about.
I think I've met that guy.
I might be talking about the wrong guy.
Okay, keep going.
So anyway, I take a hit off the cigarette. I didn't know it was weed. So I go into the party and I start meeting people from the Adam Sandler movies.
Oh.
And bro, I didn't know that I had smoked weed. And I hadn't really, I'd probably been in Hollywood maybe 3 years maybe.
Yeah.
So I start meeting these people, dude, and I start losing my fucking mind. And I start thinking I can't handle meeting famous people.
Oh, for real?
Like I can't, the more people I meet, the weirder I feel. I can't even be in this city. Like this is my first time meeting famous people.
Yeah, because it is hard. You got to learn how to meet famous
And the weed was hitting me. I didn't know it was weed.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling high. I just didn't realize it.
Really?
So I'm feeling like fucked up. And I'm like, oh man, when I meet famous people, I feel fucked up. I can't live like this in this city. What if I meet fucking Mark Wahlberg? I'll fucking take my own life or something, you know? Like I just didn't know how bad it was going to get.
I saw Mark Wahlberg when I first moved to Hollywood walking down Sunset Boulevard with a white T-shirt over his shoulder, like I want to say like a Yankees cap on or something, or a Boston cap on, and jeans, just fucking strutting. I walked right past him. I was like, Marky Mark. And he's like, nah.
No way.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't him, and that's why that guy said no, but I thought it was him.
That's when he was changing his whole mystique, huh?
I think so, yeah. He had the crucifix tattooed on his chest and everything.
I got scared. I ended up dancing with Sierra once on the dance floor.
Who's Sierra?
Yeah, she's a musician.
Really?
And I got nervous, and I was too stoned, and I had to go sit out in my car.
I got nervous. I had a meeting at Happy Madison when I was a kid, young in this business, and I just got nervous being in the building because I thought I might run into Adam Sandler. It was back when I think they were on like the Sony lot or something, and I think they were in Culver City, and there was like a basketball hoop outside, and I was hoping I'd run into Nick. I knew Nick worked with them, so I was hoping that I'd run into Nick. Nick would be like, "Oh, Bert, let me introduce you to Adam," and I'd be like, "Oh, cool," and then I'd be like, "What's up, Adam?" And he'd be like, "Oh, dude, you're fucking hilarious." By the way, I wasn't. I didn't, especially at the time. I wasn't. I don't even know if I am now. And so I went in and took the meeting with one of his development execs, and the guy goes, "It's a great pitch." He goes, "Why do you want Adam to do it?" And I went, "I just want to make it." And he goes, "Can I give you some advice?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Focus on your career." I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Write the movie for yourself. Make the movie for yourself. You should do it yourself." He goes, "If Adam was sitting here, he'd go, 'It's a great idea. You should do it." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "That's how he did his career. You need to focus on your career. You need to work on yourself. It's a great pitch." And he's like, I guess we'd buy it if you're done doing things for yourself, but like you're comic, like you should do it for yourself." I went, "Okay." And I nothing happened to it. I sold it. I think I sold it to Disney with Will Smith attached. Well, Nick Cannon was attached, but Will Smith was going to produce.
Would you take a break now and do a television show, or you're saying you would do one down the line?
I wouldn't take a break. I can't.
So not take a. So what would you? But if you do a TV show, it's just the time commitment. You have to you have to scale. You can't work 12 hours a day.
I wouldn't. I couldn't.
So you couldn't do it now.
I have like huge chunks. Europe, Australia booked out for next year. I have a huge chunk in between that, and then a big run at the end. And I couldn't do it. I've often thought to stop doing specials because that process of doing specials can be a tad bit overwhelming because I'm a little bit obsessive about putting out a good special, I watch everyone's special. I watch everyone's special for two reasons. I want to see if I'm stepping on anyone's material, and I like to see how people do things. I'm going to pay you a compliment. I hope you're cool with this, but like I learned a lot watching your special, and I learned what I don't do sometimes is what you're so brilliant at. And I'll never be as good as you, but I can work harder on what I don't do. And what I don't do is I don't really tell you the characters sometimes. I just start telling the story hoping you know the characters. You paint a picture of a character or a scenario you're about to hear so brilliantly that I remember being on the fucking road driving to Two Bears, One Cave in an Escalade with my whole team. And I was like, listen to what he fucking does. Like, I'm playing it back going, this is like, there's no one better than you you can set up a story so brilliantly where I go, I want to hear that. My problem is I just start telling the story sometimes. I go, I need to work on like creating the characters, being in the moment, being slower, because I tell sometimes, 13-minute stories. I just start going, let's go. Ooh, let's go.
Thanks for the compliment, man. It's really sweet of you. I'm envious of the way that I feel like I have to catch up to you sometimes, and that's more fun. I feel like your style is so much more fun. It's like, here I am in the middle of the fucking action. Like with me, it's like, I feel like you have to go to boot camp. You need to shine your shoes. You have to go to bed and get up early. With you, I feel like I fucking open my eyes and I am on Normandy fucking beach, dude. And who knows what is going to happen.
That's the best compliment I've ever
gotten. I
gotten.
am right there in the shit.
That's a great compliment.
You
Thank
always
Theo.
seem very present, man. And that's one thing that I really admire.
I think that's why I take my shirt off. Is so that I remind myself that it's supposed to be fun. Like, that's why I did it the first time.
Would you ever go fully nude, do you think?
Yeah, I would.
Have you thought about it?
No, yeah, I have. There's a show that's fully nude, I think, in New York, and I would definitely do it. I have no problem being naked. I don't even have a good dick.
Would you wash up first or not?
I'd probably trim up. I wouldn't trim up. I don't know what I'd do. I wouldn't wash up.
Would you wax your butt?
I wouldn't see them. Oh, they would see my butt in my current. Oh, they would.
Unless you walk off the stage backwards like that. You could do that.
Walk on the stage and walk out like a hostage.
I've had hair on my butt, dude. So if I was with a chick, I would always walk out backwards out of the room. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have hair on my butt cheeks.
Not a bunch, but like almost like this, but without the little prongs.
Yeah. I have a lot of hair on my asshole.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so I wonder if you can see it. My ass is starting to look like a sad, I have a great ass. I take that back. It's looking better. I think because I've been running a lot, it looks better. When I was gaining weight, my ass looks sad. Like I did a video of me naked and it just didn't look right. And I went, ugh. I was getting old man ass, and now I'm back running and lifting and doing deadlifts. I think my ass is back to.
Yeah.
I took a video of my ass in Hawaii, and it looked good. Looked really good.
How nice is Hawaii?
Oh, it's the best place in the world.
God.
You know what I did? I'll tell you. I don't really share this with a lot of people because it does sound a little. I don't know,
braggadocio, you think?
No, not at all. Not at all. It sounds.
I even feel bad saying I go to Hawaii.
Oh, I feel bad that people have never been to Hawaii. I actually said to my wife, we stayed at Turtle Bay. It was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm bummed. I have experience. I've had a lot of great experiences in life. One of my favorite experiences is taking my daughters to Hawaii, take them into the ocean, letting them get snorkels and go a little deeper than they're comfortable, watching them get scared, and as their dad taking care of them. I love Hawaii. It's the greatest place on the planet. It's set up. That aloha energy is like hello, but it's also like get the fuck out. Like, and so that's the whole. And by the way, their whole economy is set up so that you have the greatest time you've ever had. So that you tell your friends it's amazing. It's amazing. Shaved ice. There's nothing better to put in your mouth.
Yeah.
And so I bet if you put condensed milk on a dick, I'd love sucking dick. So and you iced it up. You have to get a cold dick, and then so that
milk, I ain't sucking no warm dick. That is.
It's either hot dick or cold dick, but lukewarm.
No.
So I set a goal. It doesn't sound braggadocious. What I'm saying is it's very vulnerable.
Okay.
So I was 265. No, maybe I've said this. I don't know if I've said it.
Did you feel fat at that weight?
No.
I love that.
I didn't even notice I was fat. I'd catch a picture and I'd be like, whoa. Or like I had a hard time. We had a new couch and I had a hard time like getting up. Like it would just like this would be like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It was like a big brother sitting on your chest going, fuck off. And so, I've wanted to surf. Yeah. I've wanted to surf. I surfed as a little bit as a kid, but like as an adult, I thought this would be a cool thing to be able to do. To be able to get a surfboard, go to the beach, and burn, and for 2 hours, just burn like 1,000 calories of fun.
Yeah.
Paddling and just, it would be fun. And I was like, and to glide on the wave, I've only done it a few times. But that feeling of gliding on top of the ocean with just the ocean pushing, it's a lot like riding
a horseback.
Yeah. So I set it 265. We tried a couple times to get surf lessons, and I couldn't physically get from laying on my stomach to on my feet in enough time that I needed to get up on the board. And so I made a goal. When we took time off, I said, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose enough weight so that I can go to Hawaii. So I booked the trip to Hawaii for me, my daughter, my assistant, my cameraman, and my sister. Those two, because we were all flying, we had to go straight to tour. So I booked a trip for all 5 of us at Turtle Bay. I went to Turtle Bay because Jamie O'Brien has a surf school. I follow Jamie O'Brien on YouTube. I know the guy's legit. I know that he makes surfing fun. And I kind of knew, and I hit up like a couple guys, like Nathan Florence, and I was like, yeah, that surf school is pretty good. Yeah, it's good break. It's easy break. And those guys are fucking awesome. You're going to have a blast.
Wow.
So I didn't hit up Jamie. I didn't tell him like, yo, I'm coming to your surf school. I wanted to pay for it because I wanted to do it.
Right.
Like, I wanted to pay for it so that I could do it so that if I needed more time, I didn't feel rushed.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought surf school set lessons on the first 2 days we were there for 2 hours for me, my sister, my daughter, my cameraman, and my assistant. No cameras, just all we're going to do is learn how to surf. And for 2 months, every day, I did a few exercises. I did this Rev balance board to try to work on my balance. But more importantly, I would do planks for a minute, and I would do pop-ups, like burpee pop-ups.
Yeah.
To try to get to the place where I could get my fat fucking piece of shit body off the ground. Like, just literally, I would every morning just do like 10 pop-ups and just try to get up.
Well, getting your knees up to your stomach, that's the tough. That's
the tough part.
Yeah.
And I had to lose weight to get to that level.
Got that carriage on you.
Yeah. And so I got down to 245, which is 20
very
pounds,
nice.
20 pounds less. I'm in really good shape right now, but it was 2 weeks ago. So I was in really good shape going in. I hadn't drank in like 12 days or something, but not for any reason, just because I went to Mark Norman's bachelor party and I was like, I need a fucking break. And so I went into Hawaii, and that first day, first wave they pushed me into, I fucking bust ass. And then I sat in the water and I'm like, this is not going to be my trip.
Yeah.
I was like, as like a little boy in a fucking 49-year-old man's body, I said, let's focus. Let's take our time. We're going to get this. So I went back. My surf instructor, I fuck his name up. It's Ika. No, it's Ika
maybe.
Ikaika is how you say it. Ikaika. It's Ikaika. He said, hey, man, take your time.
Ikaika. This is German, isn't it?
No, it's very Hawaiian.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. You were thinking IKEA.
I don't know what I was thinking.
That's Swedish.
Oh, yeah.
And so he goes, hey, man, arch for a little bit longer and take your time. So he pushes me into a big wave, and I arch, and I take a breath. I'm moving now. Mm-hmm. And then I just very slowly get up to my knees, slide my feet around, stood up, and I was fucking surfing. And I'm telling you, I've had very few like moments of like accomplishment. And it sounds crazy to say because I feel like I've done a lot, but like where you go, hey man, I fucking busted my ass in the gym for 2 months. I did the work so that I could do this, and I'm doing it. And I fucking surfed that wave all the way to that next buoy, and I turn around and my daughter's cheering for me. My sister's cheering for me. Kaika is like, that's right, you did it. And I surfed for 2 days, 4 hours. The waves got shitty after that, but 4 hours I had of just being in the water surfing, and I loved it so much. Now, granted, if I want to go surfing in LA, I need a Kaika to come out here and push me into waves and coach me and be like, arch, on your knees, front foot, back foot, bend down, you're fucking, go, god damn it. Like, I need him. Like, I'm not that good.
Yeah.
But I had a fucking blast. And it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to do it. It's like, wait, Rogan, you watch him take up these hobbies. He sucked at archery when he started, I'm sure, but he was like, I want to be an archer. So you need that moment of vulnerability. I'm not saying I'm going to be a surfer, but like you need that moment of vulnerability.
Right, where you're saying I'm not going to be, I'm going to
You need to crawl. And it's so, when you're at a place in your life where you don't need to crawl a lot, you go, I could just go do the road. I'll do this. I'll do podcasts. I'll go ride a bike. I'll go to the gym. I don't need to crawl in front of people. It's embarrassing too, being fat in the water, having a guy 20 years younger than you be
people
like
looking at you.
Like,
big animals coming by and hey buddy.
Yeah. And so I went surfing in Hawaii. It was fucking awesome.
Fuck.
It was really great.
Yeah, there's something magical about it, man. Yeah, if me and Bobby do a TV show, we talked about maybe trying to shoot it in Hawaii. That would be the goal.
If you need a guest star, some fat guy who fails a lot, I'll do it.
It's a big time commitment, you know.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, it's a blessing to have the
Hawaii would be
opportunity.
fun.
Oh, doing it with Bobby would be fun.
Doing with Bobby living in Hawaii. I had Bobby in on my first episode of Something's Burning.
Yeah.
We
Oh yeah,
rebooted
that's right. It just came out.
Just came out today.
I did one with Andrew Santino back then. We made tacos. Remember?
By the way, that's when I really met Andrew Santino for the first time.
Yeah.
I never really knew Andrew. I knew of him and stuff, but I never really hung out with him. He's fucking interesting, man. He seems like he's living a great fucking life.
Yeah,
every
he
time
loves
you see him,
acting.
he's in everything. He's a great fucking actor, great comic. But every time you see him, he's like on the back of a boat with a fucking celebrity, or playing golf with a fucking celebrity, or like doing like cool, fun, active shit. And he's in good shape. He drinks, but he's not like he drinks like a regular person because he'll get loose. But then he's like, I got shit to do.
He stays active, man. Yeah, he stays real active.
For a redhead, too.
I know.
They're not supposed to be active.
Well, you know, they stopped doing their sperm at the sperm banks a while back.
No.
They quit collecting redheaded semen.
Are you serious? Oh, if I was Andrew Santino, I'd get a wig.
Yeah, and get in there.
And a fake mustache and just fucking do it for your race.
Yeah.
Do it for your people. Just,
Red October 2. It's all October. Go to sperm banks and just bust.
Oh. It comes out pink. You know that? Redheaded
don't even tell me
comes
that.
out pink. Well, that one dude, but I think he was sick.
Oh, dude. I wonder what's going to happen with Tiger Belly if Bobby's going to be, because if they split up.
I think they're split up.
But they're still co-hosts of the same podcast. I wonder if that's going to get strange or not. I think about that sometimes.
I can tell you what I'd do. Burn it to the ground. Burn it to the ground. Bad friends. 100% bad friends. 100% bad friends. I'd be fucking. I'm pretty shallow. If I was in that situation, I don't know. I would be very. I wouldn't be fun to work with.
Really?
I would not. I would be drinking all the time.
If you were the spouse, you mean?
If Leanne and I had a podcast, like I'll do Leanne's podcast every now and then. But if Leanne and I had a podcast, and I don't know all the things that people know. I don't know everything. I don't know what. I know what I know, and so I don't want to say too much because I don't know what everyone knows, but I know what I know, and I know that if I was in that situation of splitting up and
could you still work together?
I don't know what everyone knows, but like it seems, in my opinion, I don't know if Bobby didn't want to be with her, if she didn't want to be with Bobby, but regardless, if I was in Bobby's situation, and that was Leanne, I'd be like, I would not be as, and I love Kyla, she's awesome, but I know if I was Bobby, I wouldn't be the funnest dude to be around.
Yeah,
every episode would be about how my feelings. Every episode would be about my feelings.
Yeah,
about how I feel, how this is my house. How this is my house.
Well, that's it's going to be interesting, but maybe that could be cool for people. It could be like a real soap opera.
It could be, but I don't think it's good for Bobby's mental health.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or Kalila's mental health. It
yeah,
can't
that's
be
what
healthy.
I wonder. It's like, how does something? It's like when you split up, how do you stay working together?
Some people do it. You got to be a bigger man than me, and I'm just not that big of a man. I'm very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very vindictive. Meaning when it comes to feelings, you know, there's moms in our friend circle that I'll never give a second chance to.
Yeah,
they fucking hurt my daughter, and or say shit about my wife that there's dads I'll never give a second chance to. They don't know it. I do it behind their back because I'm hateful.
Wow.
Like it doesn't happen in the biz. I mean, I'm sure it's happened in the business. Usually people hate me. Like I don't hate people. Like I have a couple people that hate my guts, and you just gotta go, all right, whatever. I don't care. But like I'm not the best at
navigating those moments. Kind of like if something gets kind of.
I'm very emotional. Like Tom could tell anyone right now, and we've said it on Two Bears. I get my feelings hurt very easily over very stupid stuff. The dumbest stuff in the world, my feelings will get hurt, and Tom knows it. And like, there's certain things, like the dumbest things, Theo. Like, if we have a dinner party, like where I sit sometimes can hurt my feelings.
Wow.
And I
like if they sit you at an end or something, or they don't sit. Or
say you and Brendan have a dinner party, right? You bring chicks, and then you have all these guys here, and they bring chicks, and you invite me and Leanne. I expect to sit near you guys, right?
Right.
Like, and so if all of a sudden everyone's, and it could be a real accident, like you guys sit in the corner, and then these guys all sit around you, and then me and Leanne at the end, I'll become a nightmare. Like I'll be like, but internally, and you won't know it at the time, but then all of a sudden I'll start like, I'll be like, so why do you work with this fucking guy with the beard? And you're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's got glasses on. Do you want a guy with glasses that can't see the screen like that? I mean, fuck what? You know, like, and it'll show up. It'll rear its head. It 100% happened with Nadav. It 100% happened with Nadav, and Tom witnessed it happen, and it was little things said to me the wrong way I would take very personally, and
yeah, it's like I think we're such trapped kids as comedians, you know.
I have to get past it, and I have to learn. Like I have to literally go, like it. Everyone that listens to Two Bears knows that it happened with Nadav. It happened when we first started working together. I did not feel like I was a partner in the situation internally because of weird things like Nadav would say that he was oblivious to.
Right.
But I would read wrong. Or maybe he'd say something and it would come up with too much energy, and I'd be like, who the fuck do you like? And Tom saw it very early, and he was like, hey man, I know you. It's not what you think. But I was already there. I was already in the fucking well of blood just fucking pouring it on me. Let me climb out. Yeah. Let me climb out. Yeah. I'll savagely kill everyone.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't do well with
suck off an aorta, bro.
I would not do well in that.
Wow. So, but whenever you get in those moments and you have these feelings, are you able to like start the conversation with somebody, say this is kind of what's going on, or do you get stuck in that boiling?
I get stuck in the boiling.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes I'm stuck in the boiling right now over one person.
Really?
Yeah. Stuck in the boiling.
In the podcast universe?
Not really. I mean, kind of, but not really. I mean, no. I mean, yes. But
it's a woman.
How did you guess it so quick?
I just knew it.
And so yeah, I have to learn. I'll talk to Leanne about it. I'm in therapy. BetterHelp. Shout out to BetterHelp.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. BetterHelp's good, man.
Use the promo code BURNING. But I have to work through it. I've had it bad.
And are you able to call them and talk to them about it, or no?
I tried. Yeah. Some people. I had an issue with one dude, and I texted him, and we texted back and forth, and I didn't actually have an issue with the dude. The dude had an issue with me, and I was like, I want to end this. I want to get past this. There's some people I've written off, and I don't think of them. Like I just wrote them off, and I was like, that was a big thing my wife taught me, is that some people are just dead to you. You just got to go, oh, you're dead to me. I can't be your friend. The thing you do is a little toxic, and it fucks me up, and I just need to stop.
Right. It's just not the best relationship.
It's not the best relationship for me, and I don't want it for me.
Yeah.
And then there's people you want to have a relationship with, and that's the ones we're talking about, where you want to have a relationship with, but they hurt you. And because you're hurt, I end up just laying in bed and ruminating. It's called... Is it ruminating, or it's where you repeat the thought over and over and over again of how you have the conversation? There's been moms that there's been parents that have gave my kid alcohol, like that. I just to this day burn it to the fucking ground. When I found that out, I was like, what the fuck? Like, because there's cool parents who are like, you guys can drink at my house.
Yeah, that's insane.
Thank you.
Leads to molestation. Leads to people getting pregnant. Kids fucking outside.
Thank you. That, and because I'm the guy that drinks on stage with his shirt off and parties, and I thought you'd be cool with it. Are you out of your fucking mind? Hey, I also fuck my wife. I don't want you fucking my kid. Like, the fuck? Yeah.
I remember I got a blowjob one time behind like a real small tree, right? This girl invited me behind a small tree, and we were young and pretty dumb, and we got busted, man.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like just because there's no way to really hide behind it,
Wait, how old were you?
Probably 13, 14,
Wow, that's early to get a blowjob.
At a party.
What?
It was so dumb. It literally, the tree was like this wide. And we're like, doing getting a blowjob done. And the parents showed up. And that's what happens when kids drink at houses, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
kids drink. When you drink and your crotch comes out, like that's what like the first.
That's the point of drinking.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm not drinking to fucking learn more about, you know.
yeah. My daughter's not
Math.
drinking. My daughter's not drinking because she has ticket sales in Alaska. She needs to move. She's not drinking because her numbers are low in Lubbock. She's drinking because they want to party. They want to fucking suck a duck.
Yeah.
Fucking, she's not drinking because her wife wants to buy another house. They're fucking. Is that okay? That's double. I'm like,
That's your name.
Stroke. No, but right above my name, that's double print. That's like
double print.
Yeah. So like I'll ruminate over stuff like that. But I've gotten better. Therapy really helps because you gotta let shit go.
Oh yeah, man, it's hard, and especially you got to realize other people are just living their lives. A lot of times they don't even know what they're doing. Like it's old wounds that we attach to like new things that happen. Man, oh, I've been down that road. You know, we've all been there.
It's I feel like. I said to my wife, I said to my wife very vocally a few months ago, I was like, I need to like double up on therapy. She was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I don't know. I think I'm starting a midlife crisis. Like the feelings of turning 50.
Like, is it fear? Like, what do you mean?
No, I just started realizing certain things. I started realizing, like, actualizing certain things. Going like, shit, man. Like, you know, Tim Dillon said something very, very insightful to me. I was having a rough day, and I think I was having a great day. But regardless, I was talking about, you know, sometimes you wake up and you think of death. That's your first thought. I'm like, that's not cool, and you got to fight through it, you know. And Tim Dillon said, you are at the height of your life. It will never get better than right now, today. Your kids are in that house. Everyone's here. The whole family's healthy. They haven't told you to quit drinking yet. You're making the most money you've ever made. You're doing the biggest venues I've ever done. You got a movie in the can. You got movies lined up. You are living. Your life today will never get better in the future. So seize today. And I went, oh. And I was like, yeah. Like death freaks me out. And so I got to try to push through death of like, one day you die. It's undeniable. One day it goes black. For everyone, it just goes black.
That's insane.
That's what leads me to the guest I want to get on my podcast that you were trying to guess.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a person of faith.
I know who it is then.
If you know it.
The Pope.
No. By the way, huge get. The Pope would be fucking great. But he's like.
A person of faith.
He's like, hey.
Justin Bieber.
You're so fucking close.
Carl Lentz.
I don't know who that is.
He's a pastor. Judas.
Wait, hold on. What does he do?
The pastor?
Yeah.
He's Joel Osteen.
No. I don't know the guy's name.
T.D. Jakes.
The Hillsong guy.
Carl Lentz.
Is that him? Type in Carl Lentz. Hillsong? The Hillsong pastor?
It's either Carl.
I don't know if
Judah Smith.
The guy that switched Bieber.
Oh, that's Carl.
Hey,
I just texted with Carl yesterday.
No, you know him?
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
You know that dude?
Yeah, I love Carl.
So wait, tell me about him. Because I don't know anything about him. All I know is, that's what he looks like?
Yeah.
So I didn't, all I know is that he's like got faith, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Goth faith?
He's got faith.
Yeah.
Like believes in God, right?
Yeah, he believes in God. I don't know a super ton about, I know Carl. Like, I guess I don't know about a ton about his history. I know he had, I met him and Justin came to a show of mine.
No.
In New York a while back. And that was the first time that I met both of them. I think maybe I'd met Carl before that. I don't remember.
I think I don't want to get on my podcast.
But yeah, I always thought I would love to have Carl on too. I think he's a super neat guy. We're supposed to catch up sometime. I know
That's the hard thing about being a man of the cloth is you got to live. You got to walk the walk of the talk you talk, right? So you can't fuck up a little bit because that happened to John Christ.
Oh yeah,
he got fucking canceled for drinking vodka out of a water bottle and trying to kiss a girl rollerblade. Yeah. And you're like, but it makes sense when he tells you what he goes. Yeah, man, I was lying to my fans.
Yeah,
I was saying I'm one thing, I'm really the other thing.
He also got like a mistletoe tattoo on his belly button, near his belly button.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm joking.
Oh,
so good. But no, Carl's a neat guy, man. I'd love to get to spend time with him.
That's the guy I was like,
so crazy, bro. I was just texting with him yesterday.
That's the guy I like to get on my podcast. I'm curious about how. I was talking to Bill Maher about this. About I was saying, if you could get a surgery and they would just clip a little synapse in your brain, and immediately tomorrow you'd believe in God 100%. You'd be like, I get it. Like I get it, man. I'm not gonna change my life, but I get it. And there's an afterlife, and I have faith, and it feels good to pray. Like you go like, I'm gonna pray a little bit. Like every time I pray, it's always like, hey man, don't let this shit happen. You know? Hey man, I know that was a lot. I didn't mean to take that much. Like I'm going to sleep. Please make sure I wake up in the morning. Stuff shit. You know?
Yeah.
So I go, those are my prayers, or I'm getting on a flight. Hey God, don't let me die. Hey, I'm getting ready to go on stage for the special. God, hey, just keep an eye
It's like
on
last minute God.
Yeah, it's always like a fucking
It's like God out of jail free.
You know what it's like? It's like God from Pulp Fiction when he calls Eric Stoltz, and God's always like, prank caller. Yeah. And so I would love to meet a guy like this and pick his brain and see if he can switch my synapse, or at least see if I can figure out a couple of cheat codes. It's like hanging out with Rogan. I don't do all the shit Rogan does, but I do some of it. Yeah. I saw an bipolar plunge. I work out. I don't do the fucking hyperbaric chambers and all the fucking stuff he does to his body. I don't do all of it. But like stem cell, I do some stem cell
You're
stuff.
shedding my skin every 6 months or whatever.
When he goes and lays in wax and then peels it off. Yeah. Him and Tom, they're hardcore. Like Lance Armstrong talked about how to dope their own blood. Now they dope their own blood in Austin. That's why they moved there.
Of course,
it's because of the blood doping. And so, dude, I'd love clean blood. Now, but I would love to talk to that guy open-minded, like legit open-minded, and be like, dude, like,
how do you get there?
Like, yeah, what? And look, here's the deal. If I hear he's not the guy that goes, well, first off, you got to quit drinking.
Yeah.
Like, I heard he's like a cool dude who's like, hey, man, you seem to be doing good. You know, like, let's figure it out. So I heard
Carl's very practical. I think if they, I think that, well, I mean, I've had, I had no faith when I was a kid, except for like hypothetical faith of like going to church and things you would hear.
Yeah.
But then as an adult, I think a relationship with God is just like a relationship. It's like you just have to work on it. It's like you pray a couple times a day. You like start gratitude.
Well, I started doing gratitudes.
You put things in God's hands. You like recognize, hey, this is God's will, not my will today. Like it's literally like a relationship. It's like a relationship with anyone. The more you check in with them and talk with them, the bigger the relationship grows. So that's all I think it is. And then, once you're believing that you're not the one doing everything, that God is, it takes all the stress off of you.
Do you believe that?
I do believe that. I've had that experience in my life before.
Really?
And it blew my mind.
Well, see, then
it blew my mind.
Really?
Because I was like, oh, that's not, and then you're like, oh, wow, this is to be carefree and have your mind just be like a vacant lot where the present moment feels like it's just loitering, like instead of all over the place. Oh,
I felt a hard time connecting with the present moment at times where I'm thinking about the next thing too much.
Yeah, or not even I'm thinking about it. My brain is thinking about it.
It's I mean, stand-up's kind of defined on that. Like if you're in the present in stand-up, you're not thinking about the next thing you're saying. You ever been on stage and you're like, I can't believe they're laughing. And then you're like, I'm on to the next joke. Like I'm already working on the next joke, trying to think of how I punch that up.
Yeah.
And so living in the present's kind of difficult.
It's tricky, well, especially in today's world. I mean, we're constantly getting feedback from the past. We're constantly getting looking at judging things, judging ourselves. Yeah. It's an interesting time. But no, I think a guy like Carl, a guy like Judah Smith, those are T.D. Jakes. Those are all some pastors that I think could be legit.
I would like to see a Joel Osteen. Just as a performer. Too. As a performer, I would like to see. I do that when I go to shows. I mean, look, I know people are going to be like, do you enjoy anything, Bert? But like, I can't turn off the fact that I'm a stand-up comedian who performs in venues, right? So like, I'll go to, I did the Greek and I looked at the lineups of who they had and I was like, okay, like kind of curious of everything I do is kind of like an assessment. I look at things from a fan. Like, okay, I went to the Hollywood Bowl to get Steely Dan. And so I thought, because we do pre-sale for our tours, right? Mm-hmm. And do you ever think to yourself, like, what the fuck's pre-sale? Like, I don't even get pre-sale. Like
Right.
pre-sales, like it seems like why not just release them on sale? Everyone's going to buy them anyway. And then I went, oh, pre-sales for your Uber fans because you got to use a promo code, and there are people that won't. So I said, Steely Dan's coming to the Hollywood Bowl. They put them on pre-sale. I bought them at pre-sale so I could get good seats. And I went, that's what pre-sale's about. And then I said, how do I communicate this knowledge to people listening right here? Here's how pre-sale works. I ended up buying a whole box at the Hollywood Bowl. I ended up buying 2 technically, but I filled it, and then I had the tickets because it's my night, right? So if you're a Theo fan, I'm going to pitch you listening for a Theo Vaughn experience, right? Right now you're listening and going, I don't get it. He's going to release Here Next Door on pre-sale. Promo code will be RAT, right?
Rat King.
Rat King. So when he releases it, you be the first one, 10 a.m. at Wednesday, when those tickets on pre-sale. You create your night you want to have because it's your present to yourself. You've busted your ass at the office all week. You're going to get to treat yourself. So buy 6 tickets, right? And get it. You're going to get great tickets. You're going to get them in pre-sale, and you're going to get them at the right price point. No one's gotten in there yet. These are your tickets. They're through the venue. You get 6 tickets, and then you send a text out that morning to the 6 people you want to see that show with and go, hey, guys, I got tickets for Theo Vaughn. Got them at a great price point. I would love to see the show with you guys. And then you get to plan your evening of how your night goes. You're going to see your favorite comedian, and you're picking your favorite people to see them with. That's how it went. And so I looked at it like, I went to Steely Dan, and I went, I want a box. And I was like, well, the box is only like 6 people or maybe 8 people. I go, I got more than that. I got 2 boxes. And then I went, okay, this is a little bit of money, but I got 2 boxes. And then I started a Steely Dan chat thread, right? And I thought, who do I want to see this with? Leanne, my buddy Tom, my buddy Sandy, my manager Judy, her husband. Ooh, I want my trainer, Lacey, to go. Lacey's roommates, Antonia LaPasa, one of the best chefs in all of L.A. It's the Hollywood Bowl. We cater it ourselves. Oh, my God. Antonia, I love being with her, but she is the best chef in the world. So I hit up group chat. Hey, guys, who wants to go to Steely Dan? Everyone hit up immediately. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I paid for all the tickets. I don't know if I did or I didn't. I don't remember. I know I wasn't like, I need money, but whatever. So like I got to play out the next night. So then I go to Steely Dan, and as a performer, right? I sit in there that day and I go, what am I going to wear? This is crazy, right, Theo? This is how crazy my brain is. And this is when you say you're a workaholic. This is what is wrong with me. I thought to myself, what do I want to wear to Steely Dan? Well, I know it's the Hollywood Bowl. I know it's outdoors. It might get cold later. Ooh, I hope he's selling sweatshirts. Ooh. Right? Because wouldn't it be cool to show up in what you want to wear? But if you get cold, you have the opportunity to buy a sweatshirt.
Wool, Steely wool.
Something, right? And so I was like, man, I want to text Steely Dan right now. So I did on Instagram. I was like, yo, I don't know if you guys are selling sweatshirts at your show. Hit me up because I want a sweatshirt. and then I'm like, okay. I look at beer lines. I walk in, I look at beer lines. I look at parking. I look at all that shit as a thing. Because I go, I want to make sure that my fans have the best experience of their life because I want them to go.
That was awesome.
Like that was great. And top to bottom, I got a sweatshirt, I got a hat, I bought a pair of flip flops. Like I sold flip flops. These flip flops fully loaded, my own flip flop. Mm-hmm. But then I thought, fuck, I'm asking people to show up barefoot and buy my flip flops there, and if I don't have their size, they're kind of fucked.
Yeah, and it's dangerous too to cross a street barefoot or to be in a parking garage.
It's the truth, man. So, but yeah, I look at. I can't shut my brain off when it comes to touring. I think of so many aspects about how to make it a better experience. But that pre-sale thing, your fans need to know, because that's the coolest thing as a fan of someone. And you need to remember that as an artist to
let me get tickets in a group. Let me bring people that I want to be with. Let me make it a night.
It's the best. Like, okay, who's your favorite artist? Morgan Wallen, right?
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen's pretty fucking badass, right?
Wallen.
So yeah, whatever, yeah. And so if you get 10 tickets to take your 10 favorite people around the world. Oh, yeah. Who would you go with?
I'd probably take my sister, because she wants to go.
Now, remember, so that's your first invite. So you're catering it around that because this is your night. So you got to make sure everyone meshes. Keep going.
And she gets bent up, too, and she'll start dancing and it's really, she's a mother, too, but she'll literally put her arm on the wall and just shake her ass for like an hour.
I think I'm going to like this. Keep going. Keep going.
Who else? I'd probably get my other sister to come and bring maybe her son. So that would be good. I'll probably ask... I would maybe ask Baker Mayfield. I saw him. I saw Morgan Wallen with him before, him and his wife. So they like Morgan Wallen.
So this is a great group already. You got
Yeah.
family, you got friends, and you got a celebrity friend.
Yeah, and Baker had some buddies that are cool that
Really?
love it too. So I just
so
say,
you
hey,
hit up in a text to them.
I would say bring a couple of your boys, the same
Yeah.
people from last time.
Fun. So now Baker feels really comfortable. Your sisters are excited. They're getting to meet Baker Mayfield. Their brother's a big celebrity. And they got two of Baker's friends that are regular dudes that are talking to your sisters and being real. I love this night.
Yeah.
Keep going. Tell me there's an invite for me and Leanne.
All right.
We'll be the last ones.
Leanne would get an invite, and she can bring a +1.
That's me.
There we
That's
go.
me. I'm seeing Morgan Whalen.
I think it's a good night, dude.
This is I'm meeting Baker Mayfield. I'm getting fucked up with your sisters.
Yeah.
His buddies brought weed. I can't fucking wait. Hey, bring the pastor from the Hillsong group.
All right, Carl's in.
Carl's in it with Bieber.
Yeah.
We got Bieber, Carl, your sisters, Baker, his boys, his chick, my chick. We need a girl for you.
Ooh, that is the biggest question of all. Who's it going to be?
Boom.
I would say, I don't know.
Can I soft pitch you?
Yeah.
Celebrity invite. A girl you've seen from afar who you respect. Maybe she's an actress, maybe she's a singer-songwriter. And it's a reach out. Hey, this is the text. Hey, me and my buddy Bert are taking my sisters, his wife, my buddy Baker Mayfield, his buddies, to go see Morgan Whalen. I would love for you to come as my +1. Who is she? She's going to hear this.
Who is she,
She's going
though?
to hear this. She's going to hear this.
I don't know who she is, man.
Okay, let's see. Okay. I'll tell you the ones that are undeniable to me. Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Jennifer Aniston. Okay.
She's been with too many guys for me.
Okay. Noted. Who's how about the girl from how about the girl from Ozarks?
Ooh, yeah.
She would be cool.
If
Pull her up.
you
Pull her
don't
up.
like me, you're gonna
You're gonna have to fucking kill me. And that's how our night ends. If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me.
That's fire, dude.
Yeah, that's
she
a fun
is cool,
fucking
and
group.
She is cute.
And she is a great actress.
Yeah, she is.
How
very
old is she? Let's make
talented.
sure she's clearable. How
Yeah.
old is she?
We've had issues in our universe. Okay, let's make sure.
Ruth Langmore.
Ruth Langmore.
Ruth
Yeah.
Langmore. Is that a real name?
Oh, that sounds like a dateable name as well. Yeah, I like Ruth Langmore. I think would be a nice.
She
date.
would be fun.
She would be.
By the way, my
and look,
wife,
we could get her drunk and be like, say the line again.
say the line again. And we're in a fucking Sprinter van. Baker's got his shirt off, and he's like, let's fucking go. She's like, if you want to stop me, you're going to have to fucking kill me. Your sister's got her hand on the wall. This thing's moving really fast. Leanne's drunk. She's playing with my dick in the back.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
Let's burp that worm.
Morgan,
baby.
come to L.A.
Yeah, Morgan, let's go. We got the livest group ever coming to see you, man.
We're going backstage.
Oh, we're gonna.
And you know him.
Oh, we're gonna be back there, dude. Somebody can blow him.
I'll do it. Put condensed cream on that dick.
Oh, damn, brother.
Ice cold dicks.
Yeah, bro. No warm dicks, bro. That's
Someone clipped this out, and he's going, huh?
that ain't it.
You got to watch the whole podcast, man.
Yeah, man. I think you're missing
Oh,
something.
man. And what's great is we wake up hungover as fuck.
Oh.
Carl Lentz comes in. He's like, hey, guys, how's everyone feeling? We're like, ugh, a little rough. And he's like, hey, why don't we all bring it in?
Yeah.
Let's hold hands.
Yeah.
And we're like, he's like, dear Lord, we had a great night last night.
Amen.
Lord, I want you to look at everyone right now and fill them with your love. Fill them with your respect, your honor. And I want you to take them from the place they are and lift them up to where they should be for the rest of the day. Lord, I am Carl. I got a direct communication line with you. Do what you did for Bieber for them. And let them have a great day. Who wants waffles? Yeah. And we all go get fucking waffles.
God waffles, dude.
God waffles.
I love that. Man, we had quite a time.
Can I just say this might be the best podcast I've ever been on? This is the funnest time I've had in a long fucking time.
Oh, thanks, man.
Dude, you're the best. You're the best. I love watching you. You're so funny. You're so fucking talented, man. And you're just an inspiration for so many of us out there, like just to try to step up our level podcasting and to try to step up our level stand up. You're so fucking talented, buddy. I'm so glad to have you as a friend.
Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah. Well, you're an inspiring guy. You bring good energy, man, and you just keep going, bro. And that's a big part of life, man. It really is, you know. Sometimes if you don't let the bullshit catch up with you, because some of us stop there and wait, fucking sit for it.
Yeah,
you know, and it'll meet you there.
That's a good analogy. You need to treat the bad shit the way horses treat shit. Yeah. Just comes out their ass and they keep walking.
Yeah, they keep cruising.
They're like, that's not my problem. I don't know who you're talking about. Someone else is getting that from me.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Bert Kreischer. You can check out the Birdie Boy Relapse Tour.
Yep. We're hitting Alaska December 15th, going all through Texas, all through Lafayette. You're near your hometown.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, I'm in Vancouver, Victoria this weekend. When's this come out?
That comes out
next week. This week. Red Rock sold out. Cajun Dome in Lafayette, Corpus Christi, Lubbock.
Wow.
Yeah. So got a bunch of dates, and like I said, Alaska and Secret Time. I'll be in Europe.
Dude, I'm so proud of you and amazed. And I love the idea of betting on yourself, betting up. That moment where you're like, you know what, I'm going to do Red Rock. And now you're doing it again.
Doing it again. It sold out quicker. I'll do it again next year, too. I love it. Red Rock's one of the coolest places I've ever performed in my life. Look, Sebastian has Madison Square Garden. That makes sense that's his Mecca.
Yeah.
You know? For me, Red Rocks is like, it's like we're staying the next night to watch Wilco. Wilco's one of my favorite bands in the world. I can't wait to go to Wilco with Shane Gillis, Mark Normand, my wife. I did the same thing I did for.
Damn, I'm fired up,
dude. I got a whole set of cabins, like 12 cabins for everyone on a river in Evergreen, Colorado. I got everyone cabins. I got us all coming in. Sprinter vans there, Sprinter vans to our show, IVs in the morning, Sprinter vans back, big party. Next morning, IVs, Sprinter van to Wilco. Everyone merches it out. We get to meet Jeff Tweedy, hopefully. I can talk to Jeff Tweedy the same way I talk to you about pre-sale, because I think Jeff Tweedy's leaving some money on the floor. Anyway, but yeah, I can't wait, man. It's the fucking best. And I'm bringing my trainer. We're going to work out hard every morning. I can't fucking wait. And then we fly out from Red Rocks private to Lafayette to do the Cajun Dome. I'm fucking pumped, dude. This is what, man, I love living.
I love it. You're living your dream. I mean, you're not only you're living your, but you're choosing to live your. You're like, I'm gonna not only be here alive in my dream, but I'm going to live my dream.
Yeah.
And that's another way of thinking, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind.